Deontay Wilder. What is this? Two legends of the sport. Two icons. The UK versus the UN. Oh.
Behind the head. Brazil for having the character to throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Jaron.
Jab by Wilder now. Thus far, Stavern hasn't shown the work rate. He's hitting. And Stavern goes down! Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round, and Stavern down for the second time. There's Hammer in here in round one. He is rocking Stavern.
He's out. He's out cold.
Man, B3 Picks TV, we back again. Y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely building, we definitely working. I'm over here, absolutely. Okay, let me do something real quick. I'm going to show something on the screen. I'm just trying to gear up for, I'm gearing up for next week when we do our will. Let me see how this is going to work. Let me see how this works. Yeah, I'm on my laptop or whatever. We're gonna do our raffle for our members. Man, shout out to the 15 active members. We're gonna have our sound bites and stuff like that real soon. I'm working on getting a desktop so that way we can, go from there and stream off a desktop and pull up stuff if we need to or whatever. We more so just gonna be kicking it and building. We about to reach out for our 1 year anniversary, April 15th. So we just growing, man. So I'm super thankful, and we're gonna just keep pushing the sport forward, taking life in stride, taking everything one day at a time. Teamwork made the dream work, man. Teamwork made the dream work. Let's go. I know I'm a little late today, but I'm here. I'm a little late, but I'm here. I still showed up for the people, and we're gonna have a great show today. Let me run this real quick. Let me run a couple things real quick, and then we're gonna cook. Um, appreciate my brother Free pulling up. We definitely gonna have a good show today. Let me run this video, and I'm gonna bring Free in, and we're gonna cook, y'all.
High guard get in there. He did.
Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roachling was working. He took a knee. He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his. It's got to be a knockout.
What in the world is happening?
Took a knee. He's got to count.
Listen to me. I understand. If you take a knee like that, that looks like a knockout. All right? Back up. Back up.
Body shot by Norman. Oh! He's more than no nonsense. As Teddy Atlas would always say, Canelo is looking to be friends, and Crawford is not looking to be friends.
Great exchange from Teddy. I mean, look, obviously.
Oh!
Hold that.
Hey, get right! Is he trying to run dope here, Sergio? What do you think he's thinking? Oh, he's hurt! He's out on his feet!
Yeah, okay. I just had to run that video quick. That was the 2025 recap video. Salute to Vacay Bay pulling up on us. Shout out to my friend Zon. Appreciate you, Zon, pulling up. We definitely working. We building up, so I'm thankful. Free, good morning, Free. Talk to me, man. How you feeling today, Free?
Man, what's good? What's going on with you this afternoon?
Man, I'm thankful, man. I can't. I'm just taking life easy, one day at a time. Free. We're gonna cook on this Xander boots, and then we'll talk about anything else that come up. Our brother Juan Claudio putting up on us. Okay, yeah,
Hey,
we could.
real quick
Go ahead, Free.
before we go on. I just figured out the guy that I was talking about from Pro Box that's out of DC, and they call him the Body Snatcher is David Whitmire.
With
I was
my
like,
gotcha.
man, I can't think of his name, and I saw it because he's fighting on April 7th, on May 1st at Hanover Merlin Live. He's fighting on that card.
Nice. Who's the main event on that card, Free?
I want to say it's Trayvon Marshall because
Okay.
I think everybody else is. I mean, you got Lamar Rose's brother on there. You
Jordan.
got Whitmire on there. You got a couple of guys from DC on there. But I think Trayvon Marshall is probably the bigger name out of all of those guys on there. So I want to say it's Trayvon Marshall, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, y'all stay tuned for that card, and they doing a lot of events at Maryland Live Casino. Shout out to Jetta Promotions. They doing great work. Before I bring Juan, appreciate you pulling up, Juan. I know Juan working. We all working. Appreciate the support and everybody that's joining the membership. I'm thankful, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Now, let me start with you, Free, and then we're gonna bring Juan in on this. Xander's showing that he's in camp. For all intents and purpose, everybody's reporting that it is going to be a unification with Boots Ennis. Excuse me. He's going to be giving Boots opportunity at the unification. Xander's already the unified champion. Free, talk about that fight. Do you foresee it going down the zone pay per view? Do you think that's the right fight right now for the 154 division, or is there another fight you see for Xander right now?
Um, I like the fight. I think it is the right fight now because if you look at it, um, Josh Kelly, he's not fighting anybody. He's looking like he's avoiding the competition that's stepping up to the plate to fight him. You look at Sebastian Fundora, he's fighting Keith Thurman, a guy that I don't believe deserves a shot at the title. Xander Zayas is only fight. He's the only one that's fighting a guy he's supposed to fight, which is Jaron Buchanan, his interim title holder. So I would say yes, this is the right fight for the 154-pound division because right now he's the only one doing. Him and Jaron is the only one that's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Jaron is fighting the guy that holds the title to his interim title, and Xander Zayas is fighting the guy that holds the interim title to his title. So I mean, you got to say when we talk about these ranking systems and who deserve a fight and all that stuff, you got to say Xander Zayas and Jaron Buchanan is doing the right thing and moving in the right direction because they're the only ones that's fighting who they're supposed to be fighting. If you really look at it, Keith Thurman don't deserve a shot at Sebastian Fedor. Josh Kelly ain't trying to fight nobody right now. So those are the two guys that's really the only ones that's doing something that what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, man. Xander is he's really stepping up. He unified the titles with his first defense, and now he's going to be fighting as a mandatory, which is Boots Ennis, a unified champion at 147. A tough fight, but a big fight for the East Coast. I think that may be the biggest available East Coast fight that doesn't include Tank Davis right now. Um, Xander versus Boots. Let me bring in Juan. Juan, talk to us, man. Good morning. I know you're working. If you can come off and you could talk to us, definitely. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Xander versus Boots. Is Xander versus Boots the biggest fight, the biggest East Coast fight to be made? Is that like a MSG big room type of fight? Um, okay, Juan said, give me a minute. Juan working. Shout out to Dez. Appreciate you pulling up, Dez. Free, what's your thoughts on that, Free? Do you feel like that's an MSG big room type of fight? Barclays type of fight? Where do you, Puerto Rico, what would you foresee that fight being the best landing spot just as far as commercially and for the economics of the fight, the financials behind the matchup. MSG, Madison Square Garden, big room, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend which will be June 14th is the Sunday, so it'll probably land on the 13th. Is that the fight? Is that the biggest fight you can see to be made as far as the East Coast is concerned?
Um, is it the biggest fight? No, it is a big. It's the biggest fight, not with Tank Davis in the title. Um, because I think the biggest fight on the East Coast is Tank Davis and Shakur. That's the biggest fight on the East Coast. But outside of Tank Davis' name being attached to anything, I think that is probably the biggest fight. I can't think of anybody else on the East Coast that would be a bigger fight than Jaron Bucinis and Xander Zayas. I mean, you can add Shakur to anybody else outside of Tank Davis. I don't think it's a bigger fight unless maybe you get Shakur versus Keyshawn. That might be a big fight. I don't know, but I don't think Shakur versus anybody else on the East Coast will be bigger than Xander and Jerome Bucinis. Um, I, Tank Davis, he's already a star by himself. His name is bigger than both of those guys combined. So Tank Davis with anybody will be a bigger fight than Xander Zayas and Jerome Bucinis. But outside of Tank Davis, like I said, I think that is the biggest fight that you can make on the East Coast. I don't see anybody else. I mean, unless y'all can come up with a different combination, I don't see another combination bigger than Xander Zayas and Jerome Bucinis at this present moment because Xander Zayas has that Puerto Rican fan base in New York. Jerome Bucinis has that Philly fan base, and they both have American fan base outside of just those geographic areas. So I think it's a big fight, and I think it deserves, depending on what type of undercard they put on that fight, I think that fight will be able to fill up the Madison Square Garden arena. I think it will be able to fill up Barcade, but I think it's more suitable for the Madison Square Garden because of the Puerto Rican fan base. Madison Square Garden is right there in Manhattan. You got the Puerto Rican, the democratic demographic area for Puerto Rico is right there in the Bronx, which is not too far from Madison Square Garden. So I think Madison Square Garden is probably the best spot for it. But either one, they're still
Yeah.
going to come out and see them.
Yep.
Let me just bring in one, man. Appreciate my brother BVO pulling up. Listen, the channel was monetized. Help the channel grow. Support the channel. Put some color in the chat. Bless the membership. We doing
My boy
members
Kareem
only
Akbar.
panel. I need y'all to join the membership. Help us grow. Man, show me that you can support the channel. If you want to come on the panel, support the channel. If you don't want to come on the panel, support the channel. Juan, man, talk about this fight between Xander and Boots. Do you foresee it going down?
Yeah,
And
I see it
is
going
it
down. I don't doubt it's going down. I think it is going down. Um, I think it's just a matter of time. Probably getting the specifics and the details done their way now. But if you look at it, kind of all roads kind of point that fight because again, you have the whole situation with Golden Boy and Virgil, so that's not gonna happen. We probably not gonna get that fight for another year. Then we got Sebastian just fighting Keith, I believe this weekend. So that's a dub right there. Obviously Josh Kelly's avoiding fighting whoever. So he not too busy or even too worried about fighting whoever. So you got dudes, you got to kind of level the playing field. I mean, out of the top 10, you know what I'm saying, in the rankings, if you go like that, you know what I'm saying. Why not Xander and Boots? You know what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna get done. I think it gets done. I think it gets done in like a month or so, or even a month, like a couple weeks or so. So I feel like we'll get an announcement soon that the fight's finalized or whatever, or whatnot. But I'm excited if it is going down. But yeah,
Yeah, before BBO, he probably moving around. Appreciate you pulling up on the panel. And salute to my brother Hot Rod in the link. Let me say this: that the membership, man, y'all check out the channel, man. Go to the membership tab, just check it out, look at it. It's only a click away. $7 a month. That's 32 cents a show. To support the
Mm-hmm.
channel, help the channel grow. Lock in. If you want to join the jump, if you need the link, Rod, click that side button. Make sure it screen your face so it go through, and then join the panel, man.
Let's go
Join
with
the
you.
panel. That's how we doing it. But everybody that has a membership, they understand what we doing on B3SPN. We trying to do kind of somewhat of a family friendly show, gentleman show. So even all the members, we ain't doing a whole bunch of um showing ass, especially,
Hey,
right?
yeah. Hey, yo.
We ain't doing all that. Uh BB, jump off mute when he ready. But let me ask you this, Juan, while we here. Now, is Boots versus Xander the biggest East Coast fight? Or is there another fight bigger for Boots or bigger for Xander? Break that down.
Like in
Or
general,
another name.
like
Are there other
like in
names that you would
like
say?
in general, or
Yeah,
just East Coast thing.
just for the East Coast.
Um, no, not really. I mean, who else at 54? That's
Outs-
from the East
Outside
Coast.
of the only other fight that was mentioned was Shakur versus Tank.
Yeah, Shakur versus Tank is probably the biggest one. But then you after that, like who else? Who else is really out there from the East Coast? Like besides Keyshawn, like and really,
That's a good point.
like I'm saying ones that are relevant to this conversation. Not saying Abdullah. Not saying none of that. I'm saying relevant to this conversation.
Yeah,
Biggest
so
fight, yeah, it's probably this fight here and the Tank Davis and the thing. Who's on the
Yeah,
PS4?
yeah, that's what I said. I said if you take, I mean, Tank, his name is bigger than both of them. So it don't matter who you put Tank in, he's gonna sell out more than them guys anyway. So you take Tank out of the equation. This is
hmm
the biggest fight on the East Coast. There's nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really it. Because I would say like if Conwell was still undefeated, I'm like, oh, I mean, you could throw him in there against Conwell, but it'd be like I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a difficult conversation to have. You know what I'm saying?
hmm Yeah, when anytime you have to sow into something, you appreciate it more.
Yeah,
So sow into the channel, man, because when you get stuff for free, people piss all on it, step all on it. They don't care about it. But when you got to pay for something and you spend your hard-earned money for something, you going and listen. That's what I want around me. I want hard workers. I'm a hard worker. I want genuine people around me. People that's got a little money in their pocket. If you don't have $7, don't jump on the panel. You cannot jump on the panel
hmm
if you don't got $7 for the show. Simple as that. BVO, talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on this Xander Boots fight? How you see this? It's a little feedback. I think you got your air condition going crazy. I know it is not that hot in Ohio.
No, no, no. It's me. I think it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What you think
Hey,
about this Xander versus Boots? BVO, cook on that.
hey, salute to my man, light skin, aka B3, man. But let me just say this before I get started. I think I had a great conversation with a friend of mine, and one thing I'm learning is that in order to get to where I aspire to be, or a lot of us aspire to be in life, it's very important to really become humble, and the fact that what you're gonna do in life can benefit someone else. I never thought about it in such a manner. I used to hear my aunt all the time say all the time, dollars bring dignity. The more dollars you have, the more better people treat you, better things will happen. But I'm starting to see things that's not happening to me, but happening for me. And I kind of say, you think about the redemptive work of Christ on the cross. I would say for me, I'm understanding how much God cared about us and people that we don't even know. And I think as you grow on this journey, it's important that I'm saying this is that we got to understand that you really, when you make it or you do well in life, the best thing you can do is help somebody else. Because to be honest with you, how many
Absolutely.
more shoes can I buy? I mean, I'm already polo down to the floor. You know what other pair of polo socks or shoes or shirts do I need to validate whatever hunger that comes from something that I created? And I'm just saying that I just think when you think about just the boxing space in general, I think people don't understand that what you're seeing with boots is just a manifestation of what happens when you finally get your opportunity. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to seize it? Are you going to complain that it didn't come faster? Or are you going to say, you know what, this ain't a good opportunity because I'm not on a big enough stage? Or if you're in Boots' position, you're probably going to enjoy this and really just thank God that you're in this position. And I think no matter how the fight goes, just being totally honest, I think they both win because I seen Xander come up as a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid from Puerto Rico. I mean, you can say what you want about Puerto Rico, San Juan. These places are not nice places to grow up and live. They're just not. If they were, people would stay there, and they don't. Only people that go to Puerto Rico is for tax savings, and you're already a millionaire. No one's saying, you know what, this is somewhere I want to live and cultivate a life. This is not. It's just not. That doesn't happen. So I would say for me, I'm excited about it, and I hope that Booch is able to bless his family, and I'm hoping Xander can do the same thing because man, these guys are getting a huge opportunity. Forget the belts. I mean, this is what they both have been waiting for. An opportunity to really set.
You went off on me, BVO. Y'all hear BVO?
No, I don't hear BVO at all. BT dropped off. B3 was good. No, you was good, B3. That was BVO that dropped off.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Um, I may need that sound bite. I don't you know, that's a distasteful sound bite. I really don't like it, but I probably need it because hey Mule, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm as humble as they come, but but if you don't put a demand on yourself, if you don't put a worth on yourself, I'll be as broke as they come too. And I've been broke. But I got listen, we gotta build this thing. So if you don't have $7 to support the channel, this ain't the free entertainment network, brother. We ain't doing that. We monetize. You can go anywhere else you want. You can support whatever else you want. If you're gonna be over here, you're gonna support the channel. It's just that simple. So you can watch, you can pull up the watch, you can run the watch hours up, but I'm not about to be giving you time and energy. I'm gonna give you a little bit now. You wanted some attention, so I get you. Uh $7 a month, that's a small price to pay if you want support, if you want to see somebody do well in life. But see, a lot of y'all in the colorism, y'all don't want somebody that's light skinned to succeed, or I'm a black man, so maybe y'all don't want a brother to succeed. Some of y'all don't want a brother doing better than y'all. Uh, all type of stuff. So a lot of y'all got a lot of trauma that y'all going through. If you came and you've been watching this almost a year in, if you've been coming and watching this channel
Three,
for
three,
months,
three,
hold on,
three.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, one. Because it's only for, like he said, it's only one person in here. So he the only one that's listening. If you've been coming around and watching this and watching the channel for months and knowing that I've been literally doing DoorDash 7 days a week, I didn't have a paycheck for 11 months trying to build up the channel, and you don't want to see me do well, you don't want to show the membership, then you a bitch ass nigga,
Oh
and
wow.
you probably ain't got nothing going on for yourself.
Oh wow.
Well,
So
B3, you ain't gotta do all that. You giving them too much energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're
Yeah,
getting way too much energy. Huh?
I mean, it might be only one person watching it right now, but it ain't gonna be only one person watching the replay. So you ain't even gotta give them the energy.
Yeah,
y'all right.
don't get that energy. That's stupid. And if you ain't got $7 to spare, bro, you shouldn't even be on the channel at that point.
Yeah, been watching the channel for months, but then not going and then acting like $7 or brother trying to get some money. is an issue. Come on, man.
I mean, he might need the $7. That's probably what it is. He needs the $7. He asking for it.
Yeah,
My boy,
because these
my
guys,
boy
but
got
it's
my boy
not. But
got
these
seven.
see,
My
the,
boy got $7 for a package of Swishers or whatever he's smoking.
yeah,
I guess he gonna catch an attitude for seven. Like, bro, come on now. You probably paying $13.99 for a damn Netflix subscription. Come on, bro.
seven.
Like,
Yeah,
what
you
are you doing?
paying $7 for a pack of backwoods. But see, these guys want the link. Listen, go to another channel that's gonna drop their link and let you say whatever you want. Go over there. We're not doing that. We're trying to make some money and build something. So we want a certain type of audience around us anyway, respectfully. Now, and so I shouldn't be talking out like that, but so I apologize to everybody on here. But shoot, we work. It's a lot of work. These people don't
Facts.
see it. What they don't
I know,
know. Shoot, we
I
doing.
know, bro. I know, bro. But you
Yes.
know what it is, bro? It's because they just hop on YouTube and think, oh well, these guys ain't. They don't see the work that you put
Mm-mm. All right, go. Not at all. But I appreciate my brother BBO breaking that down because it feels better when you can bless others. Everybody, well, from my standpoint, I love to be in a position to be able to
Great.
bless. We can hear you, BBO. BBO can't hear us though, because he moving around. But I'll say it like this: when I didn't even have money to get my brother BBO 99 or 3.99 whatever membership a few months back, right? But as soon as I had it to give, I signed up.
in. No facts, and I'm still
So
signed up. I don't know how, but I'm still signed up.
right. So at the end of the day, you got to support other people, man. That's the way you become blessed, man. When you can bless others, God, it's called blessed to be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? If you have to give, give. If you don't, I understand that too. But if you don't
But
have to
you,
give,
but
if you
you,
don't
but
have to
the same.
give, don't speak against it, because when you speak against it, you're trying to lead people down. That ain't even your business to even speak on.
Yeah, you saying this? Yeah, bro, yeah,
You
it's
know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
It's crazy
Why?
because I guarantee you right now, you go to his subscription, he probably got a 13.99 subscription to fucking Netflix. You,
Come on, man.
yeah, bro, come on. You saying he ain't complaining about $7, bro? $7. If it was 20, I would get it, but $7, not that deep.
No, I don't think so. I tried to make it 5, and YT said I'm cutting them out of their money, so they raised it $2 higher. They like, nah, you cutting your money too short because you ain't gonna even get that. We might as well make it 7. So that's why I'm like, okay, so it's a business. It ain't personal, especially when we show up 5 days a week. Let's do an audit. BBO, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear it now. Yeah.
Okay, I said I appreciate you breaking that down, man, and
Can y'all hear me?
telling people how to be blessed. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, BBO.
Okay. No, what I was basically saying is I just found out today, man. I got some great stuff coming this way. And I just remember being down, and I remember thinking like, what am I possibly doing not to garner the results I'm looking for? And I just had to change. And I think sometimes a lot of us don't understand the importance of changing and to have a consideration on what Christ wants you to do in life. And for me, I love when those girls bring the milkshake to me from the yard. Everybody love when you're around pretty women and having a good time. But I think even that, to me, I think I've overindulged in life with that. And I don't know. I just kind of feel, like from just having that conversation with my homeboy. Now, I always knew I could get to where I wanted to be financially, but you know what? To see it is amazing. You know what I mean? To actually feel it and to be where you were saying, like, this is where I want to be in. To get so close, and then you realizing that you got to even be more gracious when you get there. That's what it's all about, man. What I could do for others, man, and more turkeys for the kids, more Christmas hams. You know what I mean? And this year I want to give away probably at least, if I can't, Lord, well, I want to give at least 10 bikes away come June 1st. I want to give 10 bikes away. And I want everybody, the doghouse, to do that for the people, because I'm telling you, man, it's amazing how you can really win in this life, man, once you understand it's not about you. I'm just inspired after talking to my homeboy, man, and being around these people that's really doing it in life, That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that 1,000%. Now, let's talk a little boxing, right? BVO, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's your thoughts on everything like the back and forth? Can you speak about this while you here? With like the black fathers in boxing, right? And Floyd Schofield Sr. said that he don't believe that they're getting the credit. Him, Bill, Norman Sr. A lot of these, a lot of these guys are kind of building it, and of course, Abdullah Mason and his dad. He feels like they're not being praised for getting their kids to the mountaintop like a Papachenko. Break that down. Or BBO done fell off again. Free, let me ask you, let me pivot, Free. Free, talk about that if you can. Do you feel like there is somewhat of a bias going on? These guys, pretty much have been raising their kids up in the sport of boxing from amateurs and now the world championship level. Do you feel like that they're getting unjustly criticized, or do you feel like there's not the applause for them based on whatever reasons?
Um,
Um,
in a way, I don't feel like they're being unjustly criticized because there's only really like two or three of the fathers that get criticized. When you look at Bogie Ennis, he don't really get criticized. When you look at Abdullah Mason's father, he don't get criticized. It's not so much criticism as they doing something wrong. It's the way they going about doing it because they want to be loud, they up front, they want to be seen. Like I said, Abdullah Mason father, he don't get criticism. Bogie Ennis for the most part, he don't get criticism. Um, Gary Russell Sr., he didn't get criticized. Jaleel Hatchett father, he don't get criticized. It's more so the way that Bill Haney, um, Kid Austin father, and Brian Norman. I didn't really hear too much criticism about Brian Norman until as of late. Um, but it's the way they going about doing it. They want to be on everybody panels. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. And they. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to get their kids out there, try to get their kids' name out there. But like I said, it's more so their words are speaking more than the actions are speaking. When it comes to Bozian, his son speaks in the ring. When it comes to Abdullah Mason, his son speaks in the ring. So it's a little bit different when it comes to those fathers. That's why I say I can't really say that they've been unjustly criticized because some of it is brought on them by their own doing. Not all of it, but some of it is brought on them by their own doing.
yo, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I'm with you, Free, 1,000%. Yeah, we can hear you, BBO. Cook on that for me.
I'll just say this, man. He is getting unjustly criticized. At the end of the day, man, Floyd Schofield Sr. got to deal with people ridiculing him, saying that he's a homosexual. They got people who call him Auntie Schofield. And let's not play like we don't have uncles in our lives who just got a softer disposition. Doesn't mean that the man's a homosexual. I mean, always tell me you're homosexual when you lay down with men. I don't think he does that. And to have people constantly attacking sexuality, you got people attacking his son. At the end of the day, you just gotta call a spade a spade. People don't want to see black men in charge. They don't. They don't want to see black men do well. And if you say that, then you're a pariah. But I mean, what has Bill Haney ever done really wrong other than be an overzealous old man trying to get his son some money? He's really not done nothing bad. I mean, these guys kill me with some of the stuff that they say about Bill and Schofield Senior. Man, these dudes bought their kids up out of their own pocket. Now, I got on Brian Norman Sr. about him saying he heard Devin was microdosing, and me and him was yelling back on the phone. But I thought that was some sucker stuff because he know how hard it is to make it. Think about how many cars he had to tow or how many engines and brakes and rotors he had to change and fix to give Brian Norman Jr. an opportunity. And then, it's just the black fan base, man. And we gotta do better. We can say we gotta do better, but that's why you see with me, I've kind of just realized that you know what? I gotta go with who love me, man. I love my culture, but hey, if you're not gonna support what I'm doing, then we gotta move on and find people who will support. And you gotta find fan base elsewhere. And I think that's what you see when you see Jaleel Hackett call himself the Black Mexicano. He's looking for a Mexican fan base. And look at it. He actually is gaining some traction because those people care about it. When it comes to the black fans, it's always fair weather stuff. You know what I mean? But I think Schofield Senior is right. He's getting unfairly criticized.
I don't. I think that man being criticized rightfully just. That man be out here capping. He be out here lying on a constant basis. I think he's being criticized rightfully just. I mean, you can't see what's good for the goose is good for the gander. They do a lot of this stuff to other people, then when it's put back on them, now all of a sudden they're being unjustly criticized. Nah, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both
I
ways.
mean, we heard his story live with Living Color on the show. The man was homeless with his son. What are you talking about?
No,
You
I
getting
don't
on
care nothing about that. We're talking about the criticism. The
I mean,
criticism.
he's trying to make a way, and I'm just saying you
No,
saying
I
because he
don't care
capped
about
and
that.
lying,
You can
it's
anybody
whatever he
who
got
is
to do to make it. They got to eat,
no.
man.
So if you say anything you got to do to be make it to make it, that means you are willing to do the wrong thing as well as the good thing. So I mean, as well as the right thing. You're willing to do the wrong thing as well as the right thing. So when you're being criticized for what you're doing wrong, that's not unjustly criticism. It's not unjustly criticism.
The
Brian
only
Helm,
thing, the only thing, right? My biggest thing with this question is right. The reason why the Bozy Ennis's, the I forget Mason's dad's name, his name's the Floyds, what was the other kid's name? The other guy's name that was the father. Even the
Angel
Sebastian
Garcia.
Fendora's, yeah, Fendora's dad. All the reason why they don't get criticized is because a lot of these dudes stay quiet, right?
Oh
Bill,
yeah, great point.
as much Bill does, like he talks, his sons backs it up, and also he's not a horrible father. You see that like people around the boxing community see that he's a very very good dude. He's not an awful person. Brian Norman, even though I don't agree for what he said about after his son split with him and the whole thing, I don't agree with it. I know that he is a good father, and I know that his dad, he's just a dad, and he's probably just a little mad right now. But the Floyd Schofield thing is a different conversation. That's you sit here, one, you lie. You lie completely all the time. You get caught lying at that point too. And then two, you throw your sons in situations where he doesn't need to be in. So that's a lot of the criticism where he comes from. And then on the top of that, we're seeing the whole situation on social media. Everybody's seeing it. I'm not going to repeat it all here. There's a lot of situations where him alone that he gets criticized. People are going to talk about Bill, but knowing that Bill is a very good father, he is a very good trainer, and he knows how to guide his son because his son is probably one of the top five pound for pound fighters in the world. But for Floyd to be coming out and saying all of these stuff, right? And your son hasn't done squat. And then on top of that, you have all the baggage you have coming out of social media. You have all that baggage, and then you get caught lying on social media. That's the reason why a lot of people criticize him alone. Not Brian Sr., it's not Bill, it's just him alone. Because of all the situations that he does.
man, that is the most asinine opinion I ever heard.
Big,
But I
now,
get that.
BBO, you tell me right now, BBO, right? If somebody caught you doing what he did on social media, right? Wouldn't they crucify you?
Man, I'm
Why
gonna
did
just
they
say
crucify
this.
you? No, I'm saying, wouldn't they crucify you? They would crucify you, right?
I'm gonna say this. You don't know the whole story, Juan.
I,
We
and,
don't
I,
know
and, I,
nothing.
under- and I understand that,
Oh,
but even,
oh,
This the
you
thing
can't
though.
say you don't know the whole story when people was talking about Tank Davis like a dog and they didn't see nothing.
yeah. And
I
you
did see
and,
something.
and on top of that, we seen the thing.
Shot that came out of that. This
You
is the
Yeah,
thing
should be
that's so
able to say this. You don't know the whole story for
when
both
you dealing with
situations.
when you and
yeah,
that's the thing, man.
exactly.
Anybody that's having sex with women or kicking it with a chick, you're gonna argue with her. Did he take it too far? Absolutely. But the fact that you got these bourgeois Negroes want to tell you how you should live your life, the man came out of prison. What are y'all talking
No,
about? Y'all say y'all
no.
want somebody to be
Ask
rehabilitated,
you who this nigga on that nag.
felon, and being able to
You know
change
good
his
and goddamn well. You saw the video
hold on.
just
This
like
little
I
kid
seen the
off the
video.
ain't getting nothing.
I,
He's a
I,
three-time national champion.
no, you saw the video just like I seen the video. I didn't see that woman do anything to provoke him to put his hands on her.
I didn't say that was right. I didn't say that was right. But what I'm saying is this: we
So
don't
you said
know
you
the
gotta see
full
you
story.
don't know the whole story. There's
But
nothing else
you
to the story that I need to see.
never had a restraining order. This is the thing I'm saying. You can't pick and choose, man. These guys are going to
I'm
make
not picking at you
mistakes.
because even when Tank did what he did, I said it was disgusting.
Hold on, this is my homeboy. This is my homeboy, so it hit different. This is a really good dude in Floyd Schofield Sr. Does he tell tall tales? Yes. Does he say some stuff he shouldn't say? Yes. But I know at his genesis, this is a beautiful brother who's done nothing. You guys know that they gave 20% of their purse away to the homeless? Y'all wanna vilify that guy? Get out of
No.
here. He's a good dude. And the stuff you doing up here, forgive me for this, B3, is bullshit. Nobody does more for their community in Fort Worth, Texas, than you see the Schofields doing. And for you to get up here and vilify him is total bullshit. It's bullshit. It's just that simple,
You
bro.
can call it whatever you want to call. You can call it whatever you want to call, but that's not going to change how I feel about the situation.
It don't matter how you feel about it.
You ain't
I
gonna
had
stay in the big house? Well, you got a problem with that.
we'll talk because everybody
You
want to do
got
all this
like
little space age talking. We got to think
no,
about what the dude actually do for people.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the same way you did it because now you want to be in your feelings and you want to be
No, it
cursing
ain't
on this
about my
man's
feelings.
channel.
If somebody was talking
No,
about you that you
no,
ain't
no,
cool with,
no.
I
You
would
want to be
talk
in
words
your
about
feelings.
it.
You cursing on the man's channel when you know you ain't supposed to be cursing up on the channel.
Oh, my
And
bad.
like I
Well, my
said,
bad. I said my bad. I said my
no,
bad. I should have said BS, but hey, at the end of the day,
the whole
it's an
thing is
emotional thing
Appreciate you,
when you
Free.
talk about
the,
grown
What's
the
good?
individuals.
whole thing is I remember when you heard of what Tank Davis did and you said this man needed to be out of the sport of boxing. Now we seen a video of what this man did and you want to defend it
I didn't
because
defend the
people.
action. I didn't defend the action. I said
Okay, so
he was
so so
wrong.
you so how I feel about him is not going to change because he give out a couple of turkeys, he give out some bites, or he give out some money. That's not going to change nothing. That ain't going to change nothing.
I think
You
the
can't.
man do a
You
great
can't.
job for his community, man. He's not perfect, dog. He's not
No,
perfect. Nobody is.
And nobody is, and hold on, and nobody is, but nobody is.
nobody,
But you,
nobody is. But
you,
that still
you,
that
me,
don't mean
G
that I
free,
have.
you, me, D free,
That doesn't
B3,
mean I
Jock
have to
will
change
never
how
put our
I.
hands on no woman. We will never do that.
He won't do that. But I'm
Imagine you
telling you this.
doing no. Imagine you doing that, bro. Imagine the way you
I
feeling
wouldn't
that.
do that. But I'm not a little guy either. This is a little bitty guy who knows what was happening. He a
No,
little
bro,
guy.
I would never do, bro. I'm a little bitty guy next to you. Everybody a little bitty guy next to you. I will never do that.
Nah, that's
I was
cap.
raised by
Nah,
a
that's
woman.
cap one. Nah, that's
No,
cap one.
no, bro.
Cause you ain't you what you weigh you 5'9", 240.
Yeah, but
You hey
I
you
would
touch
never,
one of these ladies wrong, they'll break one.
No,
Stop it,
hold on,
man.
hold on, hold
Listen.
on,
bro.
hold on, hold on.
So you can't
I'm
afford to do
a,
that.
no, look,
Hold on. Let me say one thing.
Go ahead.
Let's all take turns when we talking too, but that's not what I was gonna say. Just saying like I would love for people not to just when Free was talking about Tank, like not to just maul over that, like because if you defending Schofield, like that's
Yeah,
phony. The stuff that people was
and on
saying about Tank, and now
and
you
on top of
defending
that,
Schofield, like that is phony for real.
on top of that, I remember it. I came on this channel when that happened, and I said it was nasty. I'm standing 10 toes down. Even if it was Floyd Schofield, it was Xander Zayas, it was Tito Trinidad, it wouldn't matter. I'm standing 10 toes down on the way I believe. You should never put your hands on no woman. Man or not, if you
and
anybody or
I'm gonna
not.
say,
Right.
Because where I come from, that's ill will right there. That's editing. That's
I'm
editing
gonna
it.
tell you
Uh,
from my circumstances. I've been in that situation where my ex wife hit me. She didn't punch me. She didn't try to stab me. She used a 2x4 and she hit me. And my instinct was I looked at my kids, I got up and I walked out the house and never went back. That was my reaction because I
yeah,
was brought up in an atmosphere where you do not put your hands on a woman. So there's no excuse. Like I said, I seen the video. There was nothing that I saw in that video that provoked him to put his hands. I don't care if she called him a B, she called him the F word. I don't care what she called him. There was nothing that would make him that provoked him enough to provoke him to put his hands on him. And he would never get any okay or everybody make a mistake. Yes, everybody does make a mistake, but that doesn't change the fact of how I feel of that individual. Because what I seen and I heard out of his mouth where he tried to cover it up like it wasn't what it was. So no, I don't forget none of that. I remember everything the individual say. I remember everything I see. And for what I see was a person that had no remorse of what he did.
I'll say
It's
this,
even
man.
worse on him to me because he old enough to be Tank father to me. So like at least
Let
Tank's
me ask
still
you this.
young and he able to grow and mature more. Like Schofield
let,
supposed to set a better example than that. I don't want
let
to
me
hear
just let
no
me jump
older
in, Ja.
people talking about.
What the hell is this place at?
My bad, Josh. Shout out to Crush the Legend pulling up. Appreciate you. And listen, you got to be extremely careful with people. Everybody's not stable.
He
Um,
almost knocked you out.
you have to be because at the end of the day, you pretty much playing with your life. Dealing with certain people. That's why I try to keep a certain type of person around me. People that's God fearing, people that love their family, things of that nature. You got people that's really they don't got nothing to live for. So you gotta watch these type of people, man. And Schofield Senior, he was dead wrong. He was too, like you said, he was too emotional. Now we get emotional, we lose our cool, but under no circumstances should you ever be in front of your children and represent that type of behavior because what that does is that'll trickle down into the children. So so y'all will see kids putting their hands on women because they seen somebody do it. They seen somebody that was older than them enact those same traits. So you got to break these curses, man. Floyd Senior, he gotta do better.
Yeah, I
Shout out
want
to
I want
Salvador
no
pulling
no
up.
no. He got to do better. Listen, I don't want people to get the wrong idea that I condone, violence against women. I don't. I've actually seen that my whole life where guys are being extremely violent with women. I've seen women be extremely violent with men. All I'm saying is this, man. And like you said about the tank thing, we heard the 911 call where the girl said he's trying to unalive me. Everybody heard that. You seen it with Schofield. All I'm saying is this. I gotta give a man credit for at least doing things for his community. And I think people don't never understand that only our black people ordered to do stuff for their community. But this dude is doing it with no press, with no nothing. They just doing stuff out of the goodness of their heart. I give him a little credit for that. And I'm only saying what I'm saying because he's a friend of mine. Now, if he wasn't a friend of mine, it'd be different. Y'all talking about somebody, you're looking at it as somebody who don't know. There's somebody who sent my daughter stuff. There's somebody who sent me stuff for my wife for Christmas. So this is a good friend of mine. So I'm trying to tell you from knowing him, he's a good dude. Floyd Schofield Sr. is a really good guy at heart. Does he say corny stuff? Does he do corny? Yes. But I'm trying to get you guys, I'm trying to give you a character witness of the man that he truly is. That's all I'm saying. He's a good brother.
I
I
appreciate you, BBO.
respect
But I'm gonna let you
you.
gonna take the floor, Ja. Let me just say shout out to Salvador pulling up. Rila Santana, salute to y'all. And Salvador, man, you my guy, but I definitely disagree. Anybody that went through 3 divisions, almost unalive Leo Santa Cruz, we can't who's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. We definitely can't say that's a hype. He's a hype job. Leo Santa Cruz will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Go ahead, John.
Almost underlined. See Leo Santa Cruz. Oh
Yeah.
goodness. Hold on. I respect where BBO coming from, cause he friends with Skull. So like. All I'm saying is like, man, Tank is family to me. So like, with something going on with him, y'all know way less about the situation, and y'all go extra hard. So it's just very hypocritical. Like, you gonna go in on Tank and then go back. Like, you have a way tougher time. You don't even have to be defending Tank. You just if you're not going with the hating little weak like no backbone type of person that just like not even a fighter, just hating on them. And you don't go with their narrative, then they go start calling you out your name, start saying all this homophobic stuff, like, and then try to put it on you. Like, so I really not try to hear that. If you gonna go that hard on take, then go hard on everybody, especially if you know them.
Yeah, I'm still caught up on it because we all watch boxing, right? A lot of it. And well, most of us do. And to sit up here to watch Jordan Short Dog White off the back foot stop Ederson Garcia and then come back, fight Renee Tellez get on and almost get stopped, literally get drained, get dropped to the body, get dropped multiple times, right? To understand the levels. So we got a Ederson Garcia and we got a Renee Tellez get on, right? Now let's look at Tank Davis. Tank Davis, a smaller man who's going up against Pedraza, stop Rolly off the back foot, just clean caught him. He couldn't continue. I mean, you know, the 147 and become champion, multiple division champion at this point, and pretty much walked him around the ring. They tell him he needs the stoppage. Floyd said he needed him to get the stoppage, so of course he covered the stoppage and he got it done. So at the end of the day, we got too much history. It's too much footage to even have those talking points. It's kind of like that's old, bro. So we got to move on from that stuff, man.
They don't know nothing about boxing. They just only got negative stuff to say about Tank. You don't know
Yeah,
nothing
we got
about
we got to
boxing
move
for
on
real.
from
You
that
just
stuff, man.
following behind some trend.
Yeah,
I'll say this though about Tank, and I want to make sure I say this on behalf of people that's surrounding. Shout out to my homeboy Noah Ash and tell me about a lot about Tank. Shout out to my man Senior Cobb, Mr. International Senior Cobb. I think the thing I've learned from I actually got to talk to Tank only once on the phone. The thing I say I've learned about Tank, he do a lot for people, and people don't never really give him his credit. Um, he's honored Calvin for being a father to him. I mean, anything Calvin want, he can have. You know, his son Tank got it for him. So I don't want people to get misconstrued of what we talk about with Tank. Tank is a decent guy. I just think he got to work on his anger. Same thing with Floyd Schofield. So in no way are we trying to tear this kid down. I think Tank's a good man. At the end of the day,
Hey
I just think
Salvador,
he just got some stuff to
piggyback
work
off of
on.
you, BBL. So look what he do. Besides what you said, he do a lot for people. Like he called him a hype job. Look what he do for these other fighters that just be hating on him. They get way more opportunities because of him. They could fight any of his leftovers, and they'd get more credit than he get, and he beat
Do
them
do do
first.
do do
Y'all
do do
phony
do
for
do.
real.
Oh wow, God, what did I come back to? Jesus Christ!
now let me
You
say
came
let me
back
say
talking
this.
about
No,
do do
hold on,
do do do. Shut up
hold
and mute
on.
yourself.
Hey,
I
let
just
me say this to Salvador real quick. Hold on, Juan. You got the floor, Juan. But let me just say this. Shout out to Salvador, good guy. See, when you look how your mind works, you're not staying stagnated on what your thoughts is. You moving forward, bro. At the end of the day, that's like talking about Tank is like we only really want him to talk about a fight. Like I'll put something out and hopefully it'll be a fight, right? Or a fight date or whatever. But we want to talk about Tank. Tank, literally the Tank, Devin, Shakur, We can put Tio in there. These dudes have moved through divisions and been on top of the sport for 6, 7 years now. So anything about what they haven't done, or that's just all the unified title stuff. I don't even care about all that because we see, like you saying, look at Rolly. Tank to stop Rolly. Rolly then went up, and for all intents, I mean, he beat Ryan. So you look at Mario Barrios. He got stopped and walked around by Tank, and he went up and beat Ugas, who beat Pacquiao, thoroughly beat Pacquiao. And Mario Barrios whipped Ugas. So it's so much boxing to watch, man. That's all. We can we can move on, man. It's just like some of them talking points they already did in the water based off all of the boxing. That we all of the knowledge that we've obtained over watching these dudes fight and being around the sport. So,
Ryan
but at
was
the
actually prepared for Tank too. I ain't never seen him that prepared for another fight. He looked good versus Devin for a couple of rounds, but he came, he made weight. He was in shape. He just lost. And y'all phony.
yeah, I feel like everything was overblown. Like you said, if he couldn't make it to the fight, he when he got dropped, he wouldn't have been able to survive. So whatever it was, Ryan, I do feel like his body was way more filled out, of course, versus Devin. But when you look at the first fight with Tank, they're probably in a fighting again. Maybe Ryan do some weight stuff. But if you look at the first fight with Tank, Ryan was throwing hella five punches. Ryan got up off the canvas, and then I guess he ended up getting caught with that body shot. Now, break that. And Juan, do y'all everybody believe and understand that the Mongolian mole hurt Ryan to the body? I mean, pre-fight. So
Never have
that's
it.
what. So when Ryan got stopped by Tank,
Yeah.
allegedly, Ryan is saying that there was a rib injury.
Right.
Now, there's always something going on. Like nobody going into a fight 100%, right?
Right.
But now, and then, do you feel like that's still quitting, Juan? When he got caught to the body and didn't continue past didn't get up from his knee. Do you look at that as like he like looked for a way out, or I mean, are you giving him grace on it? Was it a quit? Because where's Coach Eddie at today? Because quitting is a real thing. Because Boo Boo Andre
He
got
quit.
a bad rap. So for the Benavides, when he shook his head and said no mas.
He quit. They quit. They both quit. Honestly. Um, Ryan knew what he was doing. He knew he wasn't gonna beat him. I mean, we all knew that. Golden Boy knew that when they threw him in there with him.
They
They
didn't
all
want
knew
to
that.
fight. De La
Yeah,
Hoya didn't want to fight.
yeah, they knew that. But that's what I'm saying. They knew. Everybody knew that he was gonna lose. It's just a matter of how he was gonna lose. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Some people picking Ryan. I ain't gonna lie to you, because Ryan is like,
And one of them was just up here. Where did he go?
oh, BVO pick Ryan. Wow, wow work.
Yeah, BBO picked Ryan to stop him.
See, look, everybody got a difference of opinion. Carrier said it wasn't a quit, it was a good shot.
No, it was a great shot. No, and I'm not gonna say it wasn't a great shot. It was a great shot, but he quit. He quit
No,
because he
he
got right
quit.
back.
That was no mas. For
Yeah,
No,
sure.
no,
he quit.
no. When I
It
at
was
first
smart though.
originally I had said he didn't quit. He couldn't get up. But when I went back and looked at it, I looked at the look on his face. It wasn't a shot where he couldn't get up. It was a shot where he got hit and he said, "Nah, I'm not gonna be able to survive the rest of this round. Let me go ahead and bow
Right.
out gracefully. Let me go ahead and bow out gracefully.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to finish this round." So he did quit. Essentially, he did quit because he knew he wasn't gonna make it out the round.
That's what Charlo did with Canelo. It was smart. Like save yourself. You could get some more fights instead of ending your career.
No, and I think it was body shot. It's
He
just
said
you
so.
know when you quit. Like you quit. You know what I'm saying? You quit. Because you could have got up and you could have just did what you needed to do to survive the round. Everybody knows how to survive a round. But he quit because he knew what was going on. He was already starting to get
Yeah,
tagged prior to the rounds.
it depends
He
who
was
you
starting to get
fighting.
tagged. Yeah, he was starting to get he's starting to get tagged.
And Mike
He's
Tyson
starting to
drops you
realize,
like
okay, now
that,
this yeah,
you
he
ain't
was starting to get
surviving the rest of the round. You know it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he sat there and he was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna make this business decision to get up
You
out
got
of
some
here.
options, you can do the mouth.
It's a business decision. I'm gonna get up out of here real easy. You know what I'm saying?
And
But he
and
knew
Salvi,
because even the round before he got knocked out. Well, not he got stopped in. He got hit with a nasty body shot. I was like,
Hopefully, we
ew.
can do that. I got 3/4 of a tank, so we got enough to make it to work. Hopefully, I
he
can make some
said,
money
"Ew, though."
tomorrow.
He said, ew. At night, I said, ew, because it was
Yeah, I'm
nasty.
broke.
I was like, how?
I'm broke.
But
I'm broke. I done spent all my money. I'm
And
broke.
Salvador, look what
Hold on,
Tank
my
did.
bad, y'all. Hold on, my bad, y'all. One, I mean, what you was talking to us, free?
No,
alhamdulillah.
I was talking to y'all, and I was talking to my wife. I said I'm broke. I done spent all my goddamn money. I'm broke. I done went out and spent all this stuff on this damn house. I'm broke. I gotta make some money. I mean, I got money, but I ain't got the money that I need to have. I'm broke.
Not facts. I'm about to make some extra money after I get up out of
when,
here.
when, when your money is left for bills, you broke.
That's a fact.
One thought. Hey, listen. One thought. Hey, trust me. These people don't understand. That's why it's important. We got it. You have not because you ask not. So listen. You can bless free, bless free. If you can bless the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, life is real. I
Huh.
shoot. I just finalized my bankruptcy yesterday because y'all know I didn't get a paycheck for 10, 11 months. You know. So
Yeah,
I
figure.
was really getting it to just ensure that, you know what I'm saying, I keep my house and stuff like that. So, but listen, everything is good. We blessed, but we definitely working. But yeah, so hey, listen, when I say it, bless the Cash App, bless the Zelle, bless the PayPal, listen, you supporting, you helping us get to that top spot. And you know, when I started to make a million campaign on TikTok, they understood, man. They gonna be building a brother from nothing to something. We on the rise
He
over
be
there. We
he
up
be, he
to
be having all the females on it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Hey,
listen.
Salvi, let me ask you another one too.
Hey,
What was
one,
hype?
they rather hang out with me. So
I
I'm
feel
thankful
you. I
though,
see
man.
you, kid. I
I'm
see
like
you.
they scrolling.
Light skin
They,
legend. I feel you.
they-
Light skin legend. I feel you, kid.
we working, man. Listen, the grind don't stop. We just taking it one day at a time. Listen, we started off in December with 800 followers on TikTok on the page. We up to 60. It's over 6,200. We're working on 6,300 right now. We almost at 6,300. So man, I'm just thankful, man, and we'll just keep building it.
Yo, these gas prices are crazy.
Yeah, I just paid $4 in gas the other day.
Bro, wow, I didn't spend like $45 this morning. I was like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
$4 a gallon.
Let me share another thing to Salvi though.
Man, cook
So
on it, Doc.
if you watch the Frank versus Tank fight, what was hype about that? Like, did y'all even watch what he did in that fight
I think that was his best
to a
performance,
pro
low key.
fighter?
I think that
To a
was his
pro fight, and
best
Frank not no
performance.
slouch like
That's
y'all
my
try to
brother.
pretend he was a slouch or
He's a
oh
light skinned legend.
he needed to leave out the weight.
My
Like
nigga.
all of that stuff is phony.
He's a light skinned. Now
Like
that was his best performance. I think that was his best performance for real, for real.
and you gotta watch that fight
They trying to
again.
say they saying Frank not the guy.
And
No, he
listen,
not
I
the
mean, Frank.
guy, but
But the performance
he
was
not no
phenomenal.
slouch though.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
he
not.
ain't no slouch. Like
And the
he beating dudes. He definitely
yeah,
beating dudes.
and the Tank performance was good because really Frank won like I had scored the first 4 rounds for Frank, but
I had Tank down the whole fight. Not the whole fight. I
Yeah,
think up
Tank.
until like the second or third round
Yeah,
that he started like trying to get on.
Yeah, the way he fought that fight, it was like he was purposely like that ain't no as a grown man and as a pro boxer, like the way he fought Frank was diabolical. Like you're not supposed to let nobody do that to you
Oh, he
as
was
a
doing dirty.
professional boxer. He waited and then he just stopped him. He was losing the whole fight. That like the other
He
fights where people say, "Oh, Tank was down," I'll be disagreeing in them other fights. But that fight, he purposely did that. And when he felt like stopping him, he did it.
I'm gonna say, okay, so this is a good
Nobody
question
else
for the
could have
panel.
did that to Frank. Period.
who Frank beat Michelle Rivera. Frank beat
Yeah.
Francis Barthélemy. Frank beat what was the guy from the Olympian? The guy he was an Olympian and he's super nice.
Artem. Artem.
Artie. Who else? Like,
That's not even that don't even matter. He shouldn't have been able to do that to him, no matter who he beat or didn't beat. Period. Did you look
no,
at
no,
the
no,
fight? Because nobody
no, no,
even
no,
saying nothing. They always move it to something else. Who did you fight? Did you just pay anything that I say?
Let him
Did
cook
you
one. He
address
talking to
anything
Carrie.
that?
He talking
Did
to
you
Carrie.
address anything that I said before you moved to something else to say? That's why I don't be care what people be saying when they try and discredit any fighter because they never address the good points about a fighter. They just move to say something negative about them, like, oh, they ain't fight nobody anyway.
Yeah, but you know what it is, Ja. There's always gonna be critiques. You know what I'm saying? Same way that like I'm a Shakur fan, but I'm gonna always have to critique about it. Like I'm gonna always have something to
That's
criticize about.
fine. But if you tell me Shakur, he's very like if you sit here and tell me like Shakur got the best defense, and I just switch the subject and never even say nothing to what you said, that's faulty. It's just
I
hating. It
feel you.
ain't got nothing to do with
No,
boxing.
I feel you. I feel you, but at the same time too, you gotta know that's how they're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Like if you
Especially
say
Kerry, because
Shakur defense is real
Kerry
good,
just be
and
up
I
here
be
talking.
like,
That's
he
what he
ain't
be doing.
fight nobody. It don't matter who
Kerry just
Shakur
be up in here
fight.
talking.
His defense is
Kerry just
real
be up in here
good.
talking. That's his thing. His favorite fight is Sam Lowe, so don't worry about it.
Oh
We
no,
good.
I
Don't
ain't
worry
worried
about
about it. I'm talking. I'm just sitting here talking too. Shit. I got my agenda. I like to keep it real. I don't
it.
care
I feel you.
about whatever.
I know.
Like you can still
I
get your
just, I just
money.
like,
You can still
I
get
just
your
like
money
boxing with you.
telling the truth the same way you could get money spreading
Nah,
falseness.
yeah, you're right. But I think, I think the that Frank performance, that was his best performance by far. I think that was like picture because even him
I
being
think
down,
Raleigh, it's like 3 or 4.
Hold on, I made
Raleigh
money on
too.
that. I made money on that
But
Frank stoppage,
how he
bro.
stopped Raleigh
Tank,
and Raleigh very strong.
hold, y'all can hear me? I don't think
yeah,
y'all can. But
I
now
hear
let me
you.
say this. Tank called that, man. Tank called that stoppage pre-fight, bro. He said
called
round
Frank
8.
beat.
Yeah, and I bet round 8. I think Tank made me at least $900. I should have made
Hey,
more on it.
hey,
But yeah, he called this shot, man. That's definitely his best performance.
hey, hey, B3. And just like that, I got an order for $35.
Let's go.
Hey,
And
I'm
just like
already
that.
knowing how I go. Let's
One
work.
item,
hey, hey!
one item.
I'm about to make like $95 today.
Yeah, I got one item, 5 miles, $33.
Oh, you
I ain't
can't beat
bad.
that.
Right.
You got me wanting to do a road show.
For real, bro. I'm about to get up out of work just to go to work.
For real.
That's why I love my area because my area be giving it up.
Yeah.
What y'all
Yeah,
doing?
I would have been able to get myself out of debt if I could have stayed up there. But it's funny, like I still got that's the only thing I have to pay. A lot of other
What?
stuff was discharged and waived, but them tickets, them Baltimore City ticket, stuff like that, when you get them little traffic citations, the court not gonna waive those. You gotta pay those.
Yeah, I got
Well,
one the
like
other
what type
day.
of
Got
ticket?
me on the wrong side of the cheek. I was
Just like a you know how they have all them little speed cameras in
Oh,
Maryland,
the
man. It's nasty work
flashlights.
up there.
Remember,
Yeah, the
remember they
little
destroyed them? They
Yeah.
destroyed those lights one time.
somebody yeah, man, yeah, they'll get you,
It's
man.
hard to get in tickets like that.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember. I
That's
remember my
phony,
Use the
man.
but
Waze
it
app.
is safer though.
My,
So
The
I ain't
Waze
mad
app
at
is
it.
where
my,
it's at.
Hey, my man in Philly had got one like every day for like a week straight out in Philly. He went to court and they voided it out because on the street because they had a contract where they can only have them up a certain amount of days, and they had went past that contract stage. So everybody that got a ticket for after that contract period, they all those tickets got thrown out.
Crazy.
I
That's
But
like,
what
it's
it is.
crazy how they want to put that up, but they don't want to fix the roads and stuff like that. Like, fix some
Um,
roads.
yeah,
Yeah,
you in Baltimore, right, Joe?
You gotta. I'm from Baltimore. I ain't in Baltimore though, but I'm from there. You gotta
Dog, I
speed.
live.
You gotta make
Yeah,
it to
no,
work.
but
It take at least a half an hour to get anywhere.
dog, I live in Connecticut, right? This is like the worst state to ever drive a car in. There's potholes everywhere. Potholes in the damn highways, potholes in the cities,
Oh my
potholes in
God, that's
towns.
the
Yeah,
worst. On the
I be
expressway.
so mad, I be sick. And then you got these dudes with these little ass Hondas thinking they faster than. I be so mad. I be like, bro, ain't no way, ain't no way.
let me say this,
You
and that's
probably better
the
off with a
quality.
Honda if it's that many.
The quality of life. I tell people all the time I love living in Virginia because of the quality of life. It's little things like that. One that you don't if you don't have to deal with that, that's just like an added bonus. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Now we get
facts.
taxed. Now we get taxed out the wazoo. You know, we got highway tax. We pay a highway tax when we do our
Yeah,
registration.
we getting the speedway cameras on the highway over here.
hey, over
That's
in my
good
state,
though. That's
in my
safer.
state,
That's safer.
not only do we
Yeah.
like Prince George's County, certain areas in Prince George's County, you get state tax, you get county tax, and you get city tax.
Yeah.
So you have to pay three taxes. You have to pay federal. I mean, I'm sorry, four: federal, state, county, and city tax.
Yeah.
You have to pay four different taxes. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, it's not rough, but if you're not middle class or upper middle class,
You need
it's going to be rough on you out here in Maryland, in certain
you
parts of Maryland.
you
You
needed
got to
two
be,
you need two incomes free because like
yeah,
for instance, my sister, she lives at that area and she was doing 911 call, you know, working for pretty much getting a government job that way, or I guess it would be a city job. And she was only getting paid like it was something like 21 $22 an hour, you know, something like that, you know.
right.
It's like you can't really live and
You
on
just
your
skating
own
by.
up there. Yeah, you skating by. Yeah.
That you just
So
skating by because with 21, $22 an hour, if you single, you might be okay. But if you got a kid, oh no, you
mhm,
living from paycheck to paycheck. Because
yeah.
soon as you get that paycheck, you paying bills or you paying for food or you paying for rent or whatever.
You ain't said the big one.
Yeah. So you
The
Gas.
daycare, if you the
daycare.
daycare, yeah.
Yeah, the daycare, depending on how old your child is, your daycare could go anywhere from $75 a week to $150 a week, depending on how old your child
Hmm.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it's hard out here if you living
And we need to
in
start
certain
opening
parts
up
of
some legit daycare businesses though.
yeah, absolutely.
Because if people don't just gonna trust you with their kids, but like that'd be a beautiful thing.
parts of
Yeah,
Maryland.
that's good money.
If you ain't
You
middle
spent.
class or upper middle class, you struggling. If you below middle class, you struggling in certain parts of Maryland. You got parts of Maryland where you can survive. Like if you close to like West Virginia and things like that, you'll be able to survive if you're a lower class. But if you living in Anne Arundel County, Howard County, Montgomery County, Prince George's County, St. Charles County, oh, you struggling. You struggling. Those are the high end areas in Maryland. You struggling. Frederick County,
If you live
you
in
ain't.
Baltimore, it's a struggle.
Yeah,
Paying rent.
Baltimore, but see,
Cut.
Baltimore, you can survive on $21 an hour. You can pretty much live good on $21
You
an
still
hour
gonna be
because
living paycheck to paycheck.
I mean
Cause your
it
rent
depends
gonna be
because
like for like a one bedroom, it'd be like it could be from like
No, I
maybe
seen, I
nine
seen,
to $2,000, 900 to 2,000.
nah. I seen 3 bedroom townhouses in Baltimore for like 1,500. Nah, it's not that high. A one
Well,
bedroom,
that
you
depends
probably
on the area too, and then the quality. Cause a lot of black mold in
no, but
Baltimore.
yo, now you talking about Baltimore County, but if you talking about Baltimore, Baltimore is
Shit,
the
it's way
city.
more black mold in the city.
Yeah. If you in the city, you can live all right. Like you can get a 1 bedroom and be straight off of $21 an hour. But if you living in Baltimore County, like up there by what's that Owen Mills? Oh yeah, you that's where a lot of the Ravens players live at. A lot of the
Owen
players
Mills, that ain't
Owen
Baltimore. That's
Mills.
Owen Mills.
No, Baltimore County. That's what I said. If you're in
No,
Baltimore
Baltimore
County.
County is Baltimore County. Owen Mills is Owen Mills. That's two different things.
Owen Owen Mills is a city. It's not a county. It's a city.
I'm
That's
saying it's
different.
not Baltimore County is different from Owens Mills though. That's like
No, it's not.
Summer Rosedale is. Yes, it is.
But what I'm saying is Baltimore,
Y'all break
the
it down. Break
Baltimore,
it down.
the Baltimore that we are talking
People
about. When you
just
say
claim
Baltimore,
Baltimore because Baltimore popular, but Owen Mills is not Baltimore County.
but listen what I'm saying. Baltimore. When people say they live in Baltimore, I'm not talking about the county. I'm talking about the city. Baltimore City.
Mhm.
There's two different types of Baltimore. You got Baltimore County and you got Baltimore City. Baltimore County is different than Baltimore City because Baltimore County, you got nice areas in Baltimore County. Baltimore City, it ain't no nice areas. It
Yes,
ain't
it
no nice areas.
is. It is
No, it's
plenty
not.
of nice air. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Especially on the
No,
Nah,
west
it's
side.
I was just
What?
riding
What
through
are you
there,
talking
y'all. I
about?
ain't ride through the
It
whole
is.
thing.
They got
I
whole
live.
mansions. They got
No,
mansions on the west side.
I live 50. No, that's Baltimore County. That's not Baltimore City.
I'm
That's
saying the
Baltimore
west side.
County.
I'm not talking about the county.
No, I live literally 15
Like
minutes away from
you
Baltimore.
got like
I'm
right
in
there by
Baltimore.
the junction. You know where the junction at on the west side?
With a
Hello?
what at?
The
You said with a what
junction.
at?
The junction.
Yeah, I know where the junction at.
Okay, right there you got a whole bunch of like terrible looking homes. And then right next to it you got mansions and nice stuff. It's like
No,
that all over.
Listen, I want. Hold
What
on,
it ain't
y'all.
I don't
no
know what you said.
it ain't no mansions in no Baltimore City.
You
It
said
ain't
it's
no mansions in
nowhere
Baltimore.
nice in
I
the
tell you
city.
what though.
Please, it's
I
plenty of
tell you
nice
what.
places
It's
to live in the city.
even though it's run down right now. When I was driving through there when I was up there free, all that nice brick they got out there.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
got nice
shame.
bricks.
It's a shame that they have all that stuff dilapidated. They need to redo the whole city. It's a shame.
They trying
There's
to
not an
redo it.
influx. It's not an influx of bread.
Yeah,
Baltimore could really be a beautiful place. It's nasty work was, you know what I'm saying?
Most
In my
of it is
opinion.
like the city and the county is right there. Like if you got Garden Village, half of Garden Village is the city, half of Garden Village is the county. It's all the same homes though. Like all the same little townhouses.
I just feel like it's
I don't
small though,
know what
right?
y'all talking about.
No,
Baltimore, a
it is
small
small.
city, yeah.
Yeah.
It is
It's
small.
small.
It is small.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I live 15 minutes away from Baltimore. Baltimore, period, county or city. I live 15 minutes away. I stay in Glen Burnie, so I go to Baltimore damn near every day.
But Owen Mills is
Baltimore.
not
Yeah.
Baltimore County though, right?
eh, I mean,
That's like
it's
saying PG
literally
County
right
is
there.
Baltimore County. It's the same thing. Because people do say that.
Oh shit.
And listen, D is from DC, but it's 15 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? It's not. The only thing to make it further than that is the traffic. It's right there, man.
But I don't know. I ain't going like I just
Everybody says it's
talking though. I
35,
ain't
but
even
no, they
sure.
not nobody just driving it from DC to Baltimore unless they working or getting some money. I tell you that right now.
Oh,
Because
you
it's
drive
gonna
from
take
DC
you
to
probably 30
Baltimore.
minutes.
That's about a good
35 minutes.
40 minute drive, depending on
But
how
it's
fast
but
you
it's
drive.
really how many miles is it away though? Free like 10,
Oh,
12.
it's about 45 miles. About 45 miles,
If
depending
they,
on what part of DC you in. Like if you
I
uptown
see.
by the zoo, oh, that's a good hour drive. If you down by like let's say you down by Bladensburg Road, you hopping right on BW Parkway. You get on 50, get on BW Parkway, you straight shot to Baltimore.
Yeah,
So it all depends on where you at.
that's this some of the worst traffic. I know everybody talks about the Atlanta traffic or the LA traffic. Man, listen, that traffic, right, like the not even the National Harbor traffic, but trying to get into DC, they didn't build so many easy pass expressways. It's populated. What they said, it's all they said that the Somalians took over.
Free probably is from DC. I know he know what he's talking about though. I was just saying like Owen Mills is not Baltimore County, but I guess like it's love though. Owen Mills is like part of Baltimore, like the family, but like that's not Baltimore County.
Yeah, 26. Okay, you got all that. And you paying 20. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. I mean, you were hopefully paying that amount of a month for a spot. It would be always good to have ownership, but sometimes you just got to get a place when you can get it.
He said, I thought you was from
Get up.
DC. I am from DC. I don't live in DC now, but I'm from DC.
Hmm.
I live in DC my whole childhood. As an adult, I moved to Maryland because DC, you don't own your land. You only own the house that you live in. If the government wants to use your land, they will buy you out. You don't own it.
Yeah.
That's why I said I would never buy a house in DC because you don't own the land. You only own the house. That's it.
Yep.
And even if you live in an apartment building, if they wanna come
Government
over and
property.
take over that property and say they want to put up a new shopping center there, they buy out that whole apartment complex. Everybody got to relocate. So I would, as an
Dang,
adult,
Baltimore ain't got it like that.
huh?
I said Baltimore ain't got it like that, huh?
Nah, because DC is probably the only city in the United States where the entire city is federal ground.
Yeah.
The entire city is federal ground. So anytime that the government wants that land, they're gonna buy you out. You can't hold out on the government from getting that land.
So, so what you saying is so then Trump somewhat when he was talking about naming the where they putting like the Commanders' new stadium, break that down for me, free, and then about did Trump have he tried to say they should name it after him or whatever the case may be, but are they getting the land from the city of DC? Like how is that working? Break that down.
No, yeah, they got the land back from the city of DC. Um, so they're putting it at the same spot that RFK was at. They tore down RFK. They literally just almost finished tearing down RFK. So they tore down RFK and they put in the new stadium right in the same spot. So Trump didn't have nothing to do with it. He can say whatever he wants, but it was up to the city council. The city council voted on whether they wanted to let the commanders come back to DC or not. And once they made their vote, they
No,
agreed
you're
to
right.
bring them back to DC. And it's a $6.7 billion project.
I was wrong on that. My fault. I was wrong. Owen Mills is Baltimore County. I was thinking of Anne Arundel because I was thinking of like the mall and all that stuff. Like my fault. I just needed to say that.
Appreciate you, Ja. He said DC love Marion Barry. You already know. You already know.
I mean,
That's
if
a
the city
fact.
wasn't for Mayor and Bernie, we would have never had the PIC program.
Yeah.
That's how we started that summer job program, was because of Mayor and Berry in his office. All those young kids, instead of them just hanging out on the streets and hustling and working for drug dealers and things like that, they was able to go out and get a summer job when they was home for the summer. That started back in 1989, maybe 1990. That's when the
Mm.
PIC program started. It was somewhere around that time when the PIC program started.
He brought jobs to kids.
Who,
You
Trump?
you know you be shout out to Marion Barry, man. You forever indebted to somebody that put food on your table. In a sense that, and when I say indebted, I'm just saying like that's blessing, man.
You just
That
speaking
was
on
good work.
yourself, who you is as a person. I respect that.
Yeah, because you know they helping you grow, so you can't anybody sowing a seed into your life. So that's
What
good
if you
though.
take food off of somebody's plate or out of somebody's kid's mouth? Is you forever indebted to them?
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of people don't pay that no
I would
mind. They just
say,
keep it moving.
yeah. No, but what I say is this. Yes, because you reap what you sow. So if you did it by, like for instance, if we talking boxing, you know, we both as gentlemen come to agreement that one person is going to rise, one person is going to fall. So at the end of the day, you have to live with your decisions. You know what I'm saying? And you making the decisions for your household. But
Oh, you mean like
if
if
you
you
do,
fight somebody, like whoever win in
like
the
if it's
end?
legitimate, what I'm saying is legitimate. Somebody you might take food off somebody's table in that sense, right?
In the boxing
They'll
sense,
never
I'm
do the
saying
same.
if you do this in boxing, if somebody got a big fight coming up, Shakur and
Mhm.
Tank about to have a big fight, or Tank and Devin about to have a big fight, or whoever, and then
Yeah,
one of the other camps, they do something to mess that up, like in that type of way, if you're talking about boxing.
yeah, yeah. There's absolutely yeah. But there's a penalty. You see what I'm saying? So absolutely. So like, if you mess up an event, they have the right. You have like a legal right to seek damages. You see what I'm saying? Depending on what the circumstances is from that perspective. So, but at the end of the day, outside of repenting and understanding that you did wrong and not going to do it again,
Mhm.
I mean, anything, you know, we got to move on. You know what I'm
What if
saying?
you
And
in the
you
gym,
got to
like,
get the same
and
forgiveness.
who got to move on though? The person who was
The
done wrong?
uh,
Because I feel like the person who
yes,
did somebody wrong, they move on
forgiveness.
usually, but they ain't really moving on. They just think they moving on.
Right, right. Yeah, forgiveness is for you. So when you forgive somebody of wrong and you allowing yourself to move and part from the situation. You're not gonna let that hinder you in the future. Isn't you should never deal with the person the same because uh I don't even like to call you a fool because they say if you call somebody a fool, you in danger of hellfire, right? But the saying goes, fool me once, shame on me, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, right? So I look at it like that from that standpoint.
I feel like
Um,
the fool me once and all of that stuff, it just for people to sound slick. Like as human beings, we get fooled a million times on a daily. Like the same stuff we always do, make mistakes every day. Like that fool me, cause like for me, it's strength. And like if I already know you a dirtbag, that don't mean I'm about to not show you love. Cause that's gonna go against who I am as a person. And then I'd be a fool myself to go against myself, like, oh, I'ma just be like this cause this person is a certain way. That's weak to me.
yeah, I'm with you on that. And I see it from a standpoint where is if I know you're a dirtbag, I'm not gonna be around you.
Right. I agree
Um,
with that too. But like
because like
it's inevitable we gonna cross as long as we both living. So like if I'm a person that show love and you a dirtbag, you did me dirty, I'm gonna have my distance or whatever, but eventually I'm gonna still be showing you the love anyway, or I'm just going against myself.
I got you. I see it from your perspective. I definitely
I
do.
see it from your perspective as well. Like it's gotta be a distance. Can't keep
Yeah,
letting them drag you down, so play you so close.
because what I realized is that it's not your responsibility to impart on everybody. I believe we called to be in certain people's lives, and other people to kind of live their life and do their own thing.
Say
It's
that
like,
to say after one time beat for door, Earl Spence need to go back. Could never say never, man. Why you try to fight one time, but you'll let Bud end your career?
mm, he stood on principle. He said because Errol did Thurman took food off of Errol's plate. Thurman didn't allow Errol to feed his family.
That's cap. He just wanted Thurman spotlight, and he felt more comfortable doing it with Thurman because he a different person than Bud. Bud did Earl dirty in that whole transaction, and Earl just like he needed Bud. Then he went and got the Canelo fight, and you ain't fought against. That's phony. You just did that to Keith, picking and choosing.
Well,
And
I
who would
mean, I
really
look at it
win
like
that
this.
fight? Because Bud got a similar skill set that Keith got that same similar type of skill set as far as being good at moving and countering and stuff. Like, I don't know who will really
I
win
like
that
that
fight.
fight. Yeah, I definitely like that fight though. They was going to make the fight, Ja. They was probably going. They was looking at making it right once Bud had went into negotiations or pretty much signed the fight Avenesia and took that 10 million on Black Prime. Arrow had ended up getting in a car accident, another minor car accident, I think, in like December of 2022. So yeah, so that pretty much kind of, and then he said, "All right, I ain't gonna miss out on the money because he dealt with the retina, he missed out on the Pacquiao fight and all that other stuff." So he went ahead and made sure he locked in the Bud fight for July that year. But so yeah, so he was gonna fight one time, but he had the little injury or whatever. He was gonna get that
No
money.
doubt. No
they
doubt.
was they was gonna get that money, but you know, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, you already on there. Okay, bet. Let me say this. Let me ask you this. Let me pivot real quick, right? Now, let me ask you this
Ooh,
job about
me,
Xander and Boots.
my shit.
Okay. And shout out to Ronaldo Rivera pulling up. He probably
Always
behind on the
had,
show too.
always will.
He said rooting for Xander win, lose or draw, but in this fight, not good for him. I'm with you. Shout out to Ronaldo Rivera too, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight. What you think about that Xander Boots fight, Ja? Who would you see winning that fight? Do you feel like that's a good fight for Xander to take right now?
That's a great fight for Xander to take. Far as like and for the sport of boxing. But no, I wouldn't have Xander take a Boots fight right now. But it ain't no other time to take it. I believe in Xander. He young and he got that young lion edge, but I think Boots it just it's like if you try to fight your father when you're not old enough to fight your father yet. He just gonna whoop you. Like if you really or your older brother.
Uh,
Or it's the time like Xander real good. I feel like he could be anybody, but I feel like Boots is just like still gonna wind up dominating him. But it's like he still should take the fight. Ain't nothing else to do as a fighter. I respect him though for it. And then he's definitely got a chance, but I just like I think people they like when somebody a real good fighter, they use them to like for clout to say that they tough. And Boots one of them type of fighters that they use. And then because of how his career panned out, they able to say stuff that's like blasphemy about him being a hype job or something, stuff like that. Um, But real fighters, no.
Man,
I would
shout out
love
to
to
my
see
brother.
what
Man.
Xander going to do though, because I know he gonna come with a game plan. He gonna come in shape. He's sturdy. That's a big boy. He's sturdy. So, but Boots, I don't know. I want that fight though. I can't wait for that. That'd be the start and letting Boots. Because if Boots be able to get fights easy, he'd become like the man. Besides Tank, like Tank's separate. He been the face of boxing the same time as Canelo was the face. But like you got Benavidez, Tank, Shakur, and Boots. I feel like got the best chance of really being the man right now. But like Benavidez and Boots, it won't matter with them because of their size. It won't like mess up with Shakur or Tank.
Yeah, I was listening, bro. I just washed my hand. I just started washing my hand. Uh, hey, yeah, this gonna be a tough fight for the kid.
If Keyshawn, he got a big chance of it too. Like with Devin, it's different because the people surrounding him is weird.
I didn't kick myself out the studio. Uh, hey,
So
salute to
they
everybody in
they
the building. Hold on, let me say
they
this,
mess
y'all.
it up for his integrity.
Y'all tap the like button. Please tap the like button. Hit the follow. Help the channel grow. We definitely working. Somebody put some color in the chat. It's gonna be 2 days without no color chat. We an hour 30 in. Let's get some work. This is not the free entertainment network. We 3 weeks in our monetization. Help the channel grow. Support the channel, man. Tay, what's going on? Salute. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
I'm gonna
Juan
root for.
Claudio back in the building, man.
I'm gonna root for Xander because obviously I
Juan,
from.
talk to me, man. I can't hear
Yeah,
Juan.
I'm gonna root. You hear me?
Hold on, let me
Or no?
refresh.
I can't hear now.
Joe, you can hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear B3.
All
Yeah,
right, can
You
y'all
said
hear
you
me?
was going. Oh yeah, I hear you though. Now.
And let me say this. Let
I'm
me
gonna.
say this real quick. Go ahead, Juan.
Yeah, I'm gonna root. I'm gonna root for Xander, but I just know Boost is probably on the other level, whole other level than
Okay.
Xander. So I'm gonna root for the kid. He reading, I'm reading, we all reading. Feel me? But just yeah, bro, I don't see how he beats him.
And let me say this real quick too, because I refresh. And shout out to the good brother, my
My boy
good
ain't
brother.
come up here,
Shout out
bro.
to Curtis Robinson. Um, Listen, let me say this. One, you know this. We doing members only panel. We can't have no exceptions to the rule. Support the channel, help the channel grow. Put some color in the chat. I'm not seeing all the comments. We back to that. All the comments, some of the comments are being screened. Shout out to Kale. I see you pull up. Appreciate you, Kale. All our comments is not coming through. Just know I appreciate everybody that supports through viewership. But check out the features of the channel. You see that little dollar sign button? That's where you can send a super thanks or a super chat. You can do as low as 99 cents or as high as maybe $600. Put some color in the chat. Help the channel grow. Um, yeah. But I appreciate everybody. Just know that if I miss you, just know I love you and I appreciate you. But I'm all the comments are not coming through. So just keep that in mind. It's like
If
on
I,
it's nasty work.
it's nasty work, man. Carrier, shut your ass up. Sick of him, man.
Curry
This
the
guy, man.
best.
Carry just be over here talking. He's sick of him. He just be
Man,
talking.
but
Sick of him.
Never try to play Curry's game with it. Ain't no with it.
Nah, ain't no winning. Ain't never no winning with this old man. You know what it is? It's time for your nap. I'm sick of you.
I know who you are, Carrier.
And it's time for your nap. I'm pretty sure it's not for your nap.
but yeah, AC, I gotta crack down because we show up every day. So people enjoy the content, they enjoy the work we doing. We gotta keep doing it. Cause if not, I could do TikTok full time.
That's a fact.
And that wouldn't be no big deal because it's so much to do over there. It's so much.
You
It's
gotta
so
put me onto the TikTok. Somebody else asked me about that. I don't know nothing about that.
yeah. We can definitely talk about it for sure. Appreciate you,
I think it's
Kev.
better for boxing though if Boots win. Cause Xander good, man. Xander,
It's
I
good for
respect
whoever
Xander.
wins.
Like, we
It's
not about to
it's
cancel Xander if he lose though.
not
You
it's
already
good for
know what they
whoever.
gonna do to Boots.
It's
He
good
was
for
some
whoever it's good for whoever wins. But it's just
it, it's
you
good for
need
whoever
this.
wins for sure.
You need this though. You need two hungry young lions ready to fight each other. That's what you need. You can't have the same old guard, guarding the championship. You need this same. You need the new blood. Come and fight each other. You can't avoid each other for years. So if they do this, make this fight, bro, I'm super happy for both of them because I know they're both, craving for that chance.
Like if y'all was to try to cancel Xander, I lose some respect for y'all. But with Boots, they just gonna try. They try to cancel him before he even get a fight.
Y'all can hear me. Y'all went out.
I hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I just put myself on mute.
Oh, okay, Lock. Appreciate you. Appreciate
That
you,
nigga his
Kev.
ass
Since I
beat. What you
always
want me
say
to tell you?
support division. Yeah, we on the Make a Million campaign, yo. My team knows that they building somebody from nothing to something, and hey, we gonna reach that. We gonna reach that pinnacle. Uh, by hook, no crook. You feel me? Hey, it's gonna be about genuine people that want to love, support, and see us do well. That's it. That's all. Trust God through the process. Ain't no big deal. The people that's gonna stick around and make sure we grow, you know, they gonna see the vision. They gonna see it through. That's just
Yeah, I
how it
need to
goes.
grow. I want to fix my language and stuff. Like I don't be wanting to cuss and stuff. I want to be more smooth. Like oh, I like how you carry yourself and talk and stuff like that. And you younger than me for real.
Hey, Ja, you know what goes in will come out. So, and everybody got their different way of doing things. So like I don't want to get caught into a situation where out of in a character and then people expect me to be something that I'm not because I don't want to play that character. So just
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna act, we just gonna handle it. People go either kick it or they not. You know what I'm
It
saying?
might
They
be
either
the
gonna kick
lead
it
in
or
the
they gonna kick
Baltimore.
rocks.
In the Baltimore. It could be the lead. I can't help it.
He says the land. B3 Harvard graduate, that's how they talk. Yeah, no question. No
Like,
question.
I'm talking to my father. I'm like, hold on. Maybe he don't understand. Like, I really can't help it. I'm trying to just be honest with you. But like, I'm gonna work on my language. Like, I need to do that.
It's a great platform to do it on. Like, and I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody come up and help the channel grow and cook on the channel because people want to hear what we had to say. Everybody on the channel that I've heard on other platforms, and I enjoyed what they were saying, how they was talking, how they communicated. So that's just how God is gonna bless me. The right people come around, the right people go and see the vision. And we can make phenomenal content because at the end of the day, every day we have people that's in the room supporting and watching. And they want to hear good audio, they want to hear what we have to say. Um they may have us on speakerphone. They may have coworkers around, they may have children around, they may have family around, and the audio will be good, and they'll just be like, what that brother talking about, or what's, what I'm saying. It won't be, yo, turn that off, man. They talking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
You see.
for real. I like going to pages that be going in, but like it's only so much I can take. Was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
can't keep listening to this shit or all the homophobic Like,
Yeah, the
why they
homoerotics and all
always
that other
bringing
stuff.
it up and then they said it like they say you homo, but you always bringing something up like that. Like it come out of nowhere every time. It'd be so much like so it made me think like how many people down low on these YouTube streets? Could always be the last one to know.
Man, and listen, you hold on. I'm
Man,
just saying this.
Tank could bring it
You
out of them.
hold
Bring
on.
Tank
Time
up
out,
and then
time out.
bring it out of
Nah, Josh, time out.
them.
You can't end on that. You ain't gonna be you and me both, as they say. You and me both gonna be the last ones to know, cause I ain't in their business. I don't know what they got going. These people, these people is you know, man. Listen,
You know, I
they
was thinking
people
that.
got a
I'm
lot
like,
going
yo,
on.
you know
We
how
gonna be the
everybody
last to
always
find
try to
out.
like, they be so mad. It's just that's a sign when they so mad. It's like
I gotta
you
drop. I gotta
just
play the
mad because
drop.
you can't be open.
I had to play the drop for him. It just, I mean, but we man, listen. I'm the type of guy that want to wish people well. But yeah, I don't like when they do the homoerotics where they when people like had two men kissing. I don't like that type of stuff. I think that's kind of
They just
I understand. I understand.
but
I
they
understand the say that again. It was breaking up crazy.
want
Hold
to
on, I
be
think Jai,
open about it, but they pretend that they not. Oh, you talking to me?
you was breaking up. Go ahead, keep cooking though, Jai. You coming through now.
I said I think the people that be getting mad and saying all this extra homophobic stuff be like they really homo, but they hide it. So then they can't tell the truth about it. So then they just be bad.
Yeah. I think you have I think you have some people I agree with what you're saying, Jai. I feel like some people may be on the DL respectfully, respect to them, God bless them. But then you just got other people that really they understand that it's a lot of I mean this a lot of gays respectfully, right? And it's a lot of people that have like weird behavior. And from our community, like anytime you was like doing things like unhonorable or you was suspect or like just anything like you would sneak this or talk to girls about you like a dude that would like talk to girls about you or try to sell discord behind your back. We will always frame that as like faggy behavior, like that would be like gay behavior. So I
yeah,
mean that's just what but they kind of so
but
that's kind
now,
of emerging.
now
Well, let me just
that's
say that no, let me just say this. I had to separate that from the community, right? Because everybody that you come across is not going to be um unhonorable and conniving just because they have different views of life. So that's kind of like I just had to
that's but then,
separate the two.
but you know what that is though. That's like when dudes do that, it's pillow talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's pillow talk because you got to think about it as in ways that like think about it like you sitting here with your girl or you called it up or whatever and you talking about your mans or something like that. Like it's like you talking pillow talk to your girl. You know what I'm saying, so that's why a lot of you do get caught up. Not a whole more
Yeah,
erratic
yeah,
behavior. That's different. Some of these dudes got to be down low, but for you to genuinely do that as a grown ass man and you thinking it's okay, then all right, bro, you on your own on that. You feel me? But most of the time, yeah, man, it's just pillow talk. These dudes be pillow talking, thinking that things are sweet when it's really not.
Man, and if you break Tank up, it'll bring the suspect out of anybody. Just all of a sudden, all these homophobic or homoerotic, whatever, like just start coming out. The works boxing don't even matter at that point. And I want to change the take. I want to change the take a maniac names to the soldiers. Like, why take haters get to make up nicknames for take fans? Like, forget that. We the soldiers. And the take is the take.
I think people come up with those terms because they can't think nothing else about boxing. You mad? You mad because a fighter has fans, but you want people to support the sport. Well, if he got fans, that's people that's supporting the sport because he's a fighter. You can't be mad at people for being a fan of any fighter. I don't care who the fighter is. You can't be mad at a person being a fan of the fighter. I mean, everybody's gonna like who they like. They're not gonna like who you like all the
But
time.
but see that's the problem though is because when you sitting here talking right like Kerry just said you talking about dudes that are in the algorithm all the time. So when you pushing a narrative, this is all what they're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I get it. I get it that most of these guys they're gonna sit here and be like, oh, this is what the narrative is because this is who the best boxers in the world are. But if you thinking about it right now, right? How many of casual fans that think they know Jared Anderson or they know Martin McCauley or they know Scooter Davis or they know Lamont Roach before even him fighting Tank? A lot of
I mean,
those people don't.
a lot of them don't know it. And to be honest with you, a lot of these boxing fans, they only got into the sport because of certain fighters, and they only fans of those fighters. Every fighter has fans that only started watching because they started fighting, because they was either they known from the area or they went to school with the individual or it's a family member, so they only watch boxing because of that individual. Every fighter has it. I don't care what fighter you name, every fighter has those fans that's only a fan of them. They
That's why.
don't know
That's why
nothing
even
about nobody
that's
else.
why even when you that's why even when you look at like the thing for the zone, it's basically based out of the UK because that's the only people they have over there.
Yeah. I mean, when I got into watching boxing, it was only because of Sugar Ray Leonard because he went to school with my mother and father. So I was only watching Sugar Ray Leonard. I didn't know about Tommy Hitman Hearns and all of those guys until later on. I seen them because Sugar Ray Leonard fought them, but I didn't know about them until later on of me starting to learn about the sport and watching the sport more than just watching Sugar Ray Leonard. That's when I started learning about Tommy Hitman Hearns, Marvelous Hagler, Roberto Duran, Bolintez, and Will Alfredo, and those guys. So it happens to every fighter. You get fans that's only a fan of that fighter. They don't watch nobody else but him or her if it's a female. They only watch those individuals. Every fighter has it, and you got to understand that everybody's not going to be a boxing fan. They're going to be a fan of a fighter. It just is what it is, and you just got to accept it. But when you start going at these individuals because they don't know about boxing as much as you do, or they don't like the fighter that you like, then you are the hater, not the fan that's the fan of the fighter that you're down talking or whatever. You are the hater now because you mad that they only a fan of a fighter.
100%. 100%, man. First meal of the day, some boiled eggs. My bad, y'all. Hey, we really grinding. Free was definitely cooking. That's a fact.
Yeah,
That is definitely a fact. Now,
that's when I hear people say you're a hater, I'm like, how can I be a hater when I don't have a favorite? I don't have a favorite, so how can I be a hater? Now I can understand if I had a favorite and I was just down talking and other fighters and not down talking my fighter when he does wrong. Then I can understand. Okay, yeah, I'm just being a hater. But I don't have no favorite. I give everybody their credit. I give everybody criticism where it belongs. So I don't hate anybody. But when you start saying another person is this, another person that, or he's a dick rider, or this, and that, now you're starting to become a hater because you don't understand why they like that fighter. You don't know what type of reason why they came to the sport of boxing. It could have been just because of that fighter, and you gotta understand it for what it is. Everybody's not gonna know about boxing as much as you do, or as much as the next person, or vice versa. You're not gonna know as much boxing as another person. I mean, you just gotta
Yep.
understand. Everybody wants everybody to agree with them. Everybody's not gonna agree with you.
1,000%. And I would let me just say this, Carrier. I've heard D Free even criticize Gary Antoine. So D Free is really uh I can say he's the straightest shooter respectfully, right? Like he gonna give it to you straight.
Hey, I'm
Like
not gonna sugarcoat it for nobody. Like I said, I like the Russells, but they're not my favorite. Like I said, I have two favorite fighters. They no longer fight, and that was Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones. Those are the only two favorite fighters I've ever had in my life. Sugar Ray Leonard because he went to school with my mother and father, and Roy Jones because we have the same birthday. That's the only reason why those guys are my favorite. Outside of that, if I didn't have those connections with those fighters, they wouldn't have been my favorite. I probably would have never started watching boxing if I didn't have that connection with Sugar Ray Leonard that my mother and father went to school with him. I probably would have never started watching boxing.
mm. Yeah. We gotta move on, Carrier. We gotta move on, my brother. Um, salute to Kill. Kill creates, man. Appreciate you, Kill. A member of the channel, supporter of the channel, helping the channel grow on both platforms. We we building up this community, we building up our network. We got Universal Business Group coming for our members, and also, that way we have a place where we can kind of congregate, fellowship behind the scenes, and connect business professionals and our members together. So we got a Discord community. I got it set up. We're gonna start adding the people and things of that nature over time, and we're just gonna keep building it. Also, we're gonna do a $50 raffle on April 1st for everybody that's active in our membership on YT. Just as a thank you, this will be our first kind of full month, or our first new month with our members. So I'm thankful we have 15 active right now. We have 15 active members. So I'm telling you, we building this thing, and you can do it. So when they saying, the person came up here saying, "Oh, $7 too much," or "Oh, come on, man, humble yourself," and all that other stuff. Listen,
Yeah.
we building something. We building, and people that's around, they want to see this thing play out. They don't want the channel to fall. They understand that we're not getting YouTube money. We don't have any sponsors, so we just got to build brick by brick. We're gonna touch our first year April 15th, and then we're just gonna grow from there. Once I put some money in my pocket, right? Because everybody that's around and that's been around kind of understands I'm going through a bankruptcy, but that way I can kind of just move forward from it over time. So
Hey,
in three,
hey,
and then
let's be straight about that. He's going
mhm,
into bankruptcy not because he broke, but because he's trying to fix his credit. Not because he
yeah,
broke.
right, right. But
People in here,
if
oh,
you
he going to bankruptcy. Oh, B3 broke. No, it's not because he broke. It's because he's trying to fix his credit. Sometimes you got to start from scratch.
um, I'm 1,000% free. But see, people that understand the business side of it, they understand that part of it. I'm not looking for any type of emotion towards it at all, outside of just being transparent, because a lot of time, I mean, I have to be authentic in my skin and in myself, and just speak freely. And I mean, it's my platform, this B3 Pix TV. So that's why I'm saying that's why I'm pushing people to join the membership. Bless the Cash App, bless bless the platform. Shout out to Kale, putting color in the chat, making sure we help the channel grow, because at the end of the day, that's the only way we're gonna move forward, right? Is with people that's coming around supporting. So I'm thankful, and people want to know who you are. Like, I was when my ex, right, when I first, was going coming out like last year on social media, and because I was off social media for 12 years, she didn't really ever want me to put my face out there. She didn't want people to know me like that. And that's the thing. People are covetous, right? Now, coming from that standpoint, I'm just saying that to say you can't hide from people if you creating content. You can't hide who you are, man. People, they're going to get invested in you if they support you. And they want to know who you are. They want to know what's going on. Now, they don't have to know everything, but at the end of the day, when you building something from the ground up, uh, you have to kind of be vulnerable through the process too. So this is a real thing. This is not for games. This is a real thing. So, but yeah, we on the Make a Million campaign. So I got a couple dollars, but and that's because I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Because we working. I got a couple dollars because we working. But the ultimate goal is, financial freedom and generational wealth. And like I told y'all this the other day. Like I'm 33. I don't have any children. I want to have children. But I want to bring them up in the right way and do things accordingly. So that way, everything I do is blessed and not. So it takes a village, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all, B3 came a long way. I remember the first time that I ever spoke to B3. I don't think B3 remember, but the very first time me and B3 ever spoke, we did a debate on Jay Hardcore's little his courtroom on Fridays. He had that little courtroom debate on Fridays,
Yep.
and me and B3 did a debate. And that was the first time I ever spoke to B3. I seen him in the chat, but I never really spoke to him like that because I didn't know him.
Hmm.
And B3 back then was a guy that was a little shy of talking on camera, didn't really say much. And you see that B3 and then you see the B3 now is a total 180. He grown a lot since the first time that I met B3.
When was that? Free last year? It had to be
Yeah, that
last
was
year.
last year. It
Hmm.
was early last year. It was like around this time last year. It was around this time last year.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jay Hardcore Boxing News. Uh, hey, listen, I'm thankful. Yeah, it's a lot of growth, man, but I'm kind of maturing through the process now. At that time, I was still working at Geico, driving an hour to work, with 240 pounds. Shout out to my brother Juan Claudio. Um, well, I don't know who won that debate. I'm not sure, Carrie, but I mean, D Free. I'm not even sure. I don't even remember what the debate was. But I don't think I didn't win.
It
I won maybe like
it
one
was
debate. I don't think against D Free though.
that was a debate. I think it was a debate about. I want to say it was about uh Devin Haney and Tank Davis. I want to say
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
a
I was
hundred
on,
percent sure because
on a Tank
because
channel,
I
Carrie.
yeah, it was only like three debates that I did on that on Hardcore's channel. I know one was about Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. One was about Tank Davis and Devin Haney, and one was about David Benavidez and David Morrell. Those are the only
Yeah,
three debates that I did.
yeah,
Mm.
you came from a long way though. I remember when you first said that you were gonna do the channel, and I told you I would support you, but you know what I'm saying, you came a long, long way, bro. So, we all proud of you.
I'm already knowing, man. Listen, I'm already knowing y'all brothers support, and I'm thankful. I'm appreciative. Hey, it's a journey though. Like it's a grind. But I mean, we just taking it one day at a time. And the reason why I just love the sport of boxing, and I'm thankful for the guys, the Sports Talk Network. And I just realized that, like, listen, I mean, we might as well have a platform um where there's little to no cursing, and we can talk boxing. People can come up, kick it, fellowship, and we can build this thing organically and do it our way. and the right people, they're supporters, they'll come, they'll join, they'll watch or whatever. And then other people, they're gonna do their own thing. So we can't worry about those people. We gotta focus on the people that's with us because all these companies, everybody, the resources in the people. The people are the people that patronize the product. Those are that's what you want. So you want your people to come around and have content for your people so they're fed. You have to feed the people that uh are led to be, with you. Everybody's not. So and then everything is and some things are for a season. So I'm just blessed, man. I'm blessed to be where I'm at. I'm working on getting like a setup. I got a lot in store, but it takes time and money, to buy these things and make it look the right way. I don't want anything to look cheap, but I'm seeing everything that's like the competition, just as far as like on the with some of these visuals. Like you gotta have the visuals gotta be OD. So I'm putting some things in the works. So y'all stay tuned. Now, before we get out of here, Juan, let's talk a little bit of boxing. We only 2 hours in, but it's 3:37. Let's talk a little bit of boxing before we get out of here, right? Now, talk to me about this weekend, right? Moses Atama. Let's talk heavyweight boxing. Moses Atama versus Jermaine Franklin. When you see Moses, anybody can start. I don't know who want to. Free. I can hear you free if you want. Oh, Juan, you gonna start? Anybody can start really,
Do
but
you think? Do you think?
with Moses Atama, do you look at him as a guy that can take over the heavyweight division based on what you've seen as far as stopping Dillian White, things of that nature? Or is he a little too raw? What's your thoughts?
No, he can. He definitely can. I think now he's got to get pushed eventually. Um, is Jermaine Franklin the man to do it? He could very well be, but I just feel like you need a little bit more time to, get his seasoning in. But he's definitely got the talent. He's definitely got the skill. So I definitely, I'm gonna be rooting for the kid. But he's gotta definitely, get some more seasoning. 'Cause I don't want him to get thrown in there to the wolves, and then happen, and, the same thing happened with Jared Anderson when he got thrown into the wolves and he cracked. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I definitely don't want something like that to happen to the kid.
Man, Usyk the
Mhm.
biggest hype job in this era.
Whoa. Break that down, Ja.
I wouldn't say that.
Whoa.
I wouldn't
Oh,
say that. I would not
biggest.
say
I
that.
mean, not only, but he moved up to heavyweight and he beat Chisora. He beat AJ twice. He beat Dubois twice. And he beat Fury twice. So,
Hold on. Matter of fact, forget the heavyweight division, right? I want y'all to understand who he beat down
See,
that crew, bro.
that was a good. You did it for me. I didn't even had to break it down.
Forget the heavyweight division for a minute. Look at the cruiserweight division. Who he really went for and beat dudes that might be established. Tony Bellew, Marek
mm,
Gasser, Marty
mm,
Sperridis, Michael Hunter. I'm gonna keep going. These
yeah.
these all dudes are winning records, right?
Hmm. What about
You got
Breeders?
he beat Breedis. He beat the shit out of Breedis. Actually, I'm sorry. So, dude got enough hype because he can, and he has it. All right, that's a gift. That's not even. He's earned that hype. He can have all
It's
the hype in the world.
it's messed up though, cause it make it
No, it's
seem
not,
like I
bro.
don't respect him as a fighter.
No,
I
no,
do.
bro. No,
No, I'm saying I respect Usyk as a fighter. He's still the biggest hype job in this era, especially as a
nah,
heavyweight.
nah. You got to think
Especially
about it,
as a
bro. He's not.
heavyweight. And
He's not.
nobody
You
can
got to
really
think.
take over division. It'll always be political. Like
No, you
Deontay
got.
did
You
it.
got.
After him, like ain't nobody did it. It's
See,
just a
but
political
Deontay,
thing.
the Deontay really ain't take over the heavyweight division. You think about it, who he
Yes,
really fought.
he did.
Besides,
See? See what I'm saying?
hold on. No, but besides Tyson Fury, I'll give him the credit that he go, and I'll give him Bernard Stiver. I'll give you that. Besides those two names,
Name me somebody that was credible that
And
he
it's
beat.
that's the thing. Usyk never even get a Tyson Fury fight if it's not for Wilder. And then everybody act like Usyk doing like he the
That
one
was
was
after
doing
the
Wilder a favor. That's crazy.
that was after the fact that he beat him, John.
I'm
That was after
saying
the fact.
Wilder brought Tyson to the back to boxing, which
And it
made
would
it
have not
a
mattered. It
heavyweight
would have not
division.
mattered. It still would have not mattered. That's just
What
one
it
name.
would
You
have
gotta
not.
remember he beat
What?
Chisora, he beat AJ,
That's
and he just
disingenuous.
no, bro. You got
Tyson
it's
Fury is
not
the
disingenuous.
biggest name. Tyson Fury is the
It's
big
not.
that mattered
It's
the
not.
most
And in that
for
division,
Usyk.
it wasn't. It was never him. It was AJ.
That
It was always
is.
AJ.
No, it
It
was
was always
not.
AJ. Yes,
Tyson,
it
you telling
was.
me him
Hold on,
beating
let me say
AJ
this.
did more for him than him beating Tyson?
Yes, bro. Yes.
That's
Hey,
cat.
you gotta
I
remember.
don't
AJ
You
even
made
gotta
a
remember.
believe you
unified
AJ's
think
champ.
that.
AJ's
I don't even
AJ's
believe
the
you think that,
AJ was the
honestly.
unified champ. AJ, John.
AJ was the unified champ, and he's the
Dude,
last Great Britain gold medalist. He's the very last one. It's him. You talking to me
that don't
about
got
bro?
nothing to do with what I said.
No,
Tyson
bro.
still did more for Usyk than
No,
AJ.
bro. Because you thinking
As
about
a
it.
as a
You
fighter,
thinking
they
about it. You
giving
thinking
him
about it
all
Okay,
the
because he
credit
think
as a
payday.
heavyweight. It's because of
Hold on, I
Tyson
got you,
Fury,
John.
man.
I got you, John.
Is that yours?
That's the only reason you're saying this right now, Josh.
yeah, that's the only reason. But in legacy, if we talking about legacy, the
My
AJ win
fault.
is a
I
bigger
missed
win.
it. I missed it.
You saying it because it's a bigger payday. But we talking about legacy win. That's AJ. It's not nobody else.
No,
There's
you
nobody
talking
else.
about accolades though, which is a
I'm
He went.
talking.
He did
political thing. You
undisputed.
only
He
get
undisputed with Fury though, Juan. So that's
He
a
did
great thing.
undisputed with Fury. He did
And
undisputed with
Fury
Fury.
and Fury and Fury with the Wilder wins. Those are bigger
Yeah, but
wins
you
than any
but
Wild than
but but
any
but
AJ
Fury
wins.
but Fury was never undisputed. He was just linear. That was it. There was nobody
Big
that.
else.
That's
deal.
not.
That's a big deal. The lineal is the
That was-
big. You know that one.
it is a
I
big deal.
still don't
Very much a
see
big deal.
what you said to oppose what I said though.
You're saying right. You're saying he's an overhyped hype guy, right? That's what you. This is what you're saying, right? And I'm
He
telling you, he's not
overhyped.
because
He overhyped. I
how
bring that up because
how how how
because I feel like the credit that he gets is
for what?
overhyped
How for
compared
what?
to
He
what
beat the
who he actually
he beat
is as a heavyweight.
how? So
Because
now
y'all
if he
automatically
beats
to
he
give him credit, y'all automatically talk about him when he's not a heavyweight. And then when you say, oh, he did so much as a heavyweight, most of the stuff people giving him credit for doing as a heavyweight is
so
just
who else does
coming
he
up
hold
to
on?
the
So hold on. So
huh?
who else does he have to be at the heavyweight division for him to give you credit for you to give him credit?
No, that's why I said it's messed up. I give him credit. I'm just saying he's overhyped. It's
No, he's
messed up
not.
because if y'all say Tank got hype job or
Don't say
all
Tank's
these
a
other
high job.
fighters,
I've
no,
never said Tank's a high job. I said
I'm
Tank.
not coming
I,
at you personally. I'm just saying that's a narrative, and so is the Usyk, like putting him in the league with like the Renaissance era heavyweights and stuff like that is
because you got to think
ridiculous to me.
you
That's
got to think
ridiculous
about
to me.
you got to think about it. He is a 6'2", maybe 6'3" heavyweight that probably walks around at maybe 220, 225 at most.
hmm
Fighting dudes that are 6'9", 6'7", and 6'6" respectively that walk around at 250,
His
250,
toughest
270.
competition that he ever fought was Tyson Fury, and when Tyson Fury was in his prime, I did not look at him as comparable. Like Shakur said, Tyson Fury was better than Muhammad Ali. I don't understand what's wrong
Mm-hmm.
with people. Like that threw me all the way off. Like what? I'm
Yeah,
looking at this guy.
nah,
He just a big sloppy guy. That's it. You comparing him to some of the best skilled heavyweights ever, and they doing
nah.
it with
I
Usyk too,
wouldn't
and
put
then talk. He's this tall,
I
and
would put
all of
Usyk.
that is hoopla to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Usyk up there as one of the all-time greats. I would say he's the greatest heavyweight of this era, but I won't put him up in the top 10 of all time.
I could respect giving him this era, but for me, I think Deontay got a huge argument for that. Like, because when we talk about any other heavyweights in history, we actually talk about a lot of stuff like that. Like, they go through and stuff. Like Muhammad Ali getting banned from boxing because he wouldn't go to the army or the military or whatever. And like Deontay, I feel like for sure he was set up to lose against Tyson Fury. For
Whoa,
sure it was a
whoa.
race thing.
He was he was
For
he was
sure.
he was
Why
definitely
would
gonna
Tyson
lose.
Fury get a statue for
Listen,
beating
man.
Deontay
See,
Wilder? That's weird. That was
I
weird. And what
see.
Deontay
See
did in
another.
this era for heavyweight boxing, though,
What did he
nobody
do
is
though? What did
comparable.
he do though?
What do
What did
you
he
mean?
do though?
He
What did he
made it
do? What
matter.
did he?
He made it matter. He
Because he
made
was
these
knocking
big
bums
fights
out.
that's
Come on,
happening.
brother.
No, like yeah, because they heavyweights. It's a different division, separate from any other division in boxing.
Because he
And
was
what
knocking
Deontay
bums out. Because he was knocking bums out.
No other heavyweight did what
I can name you
Deontay did.
7 different heavyweights
Hold
Nah,
that
on,
was
let me
Severn.
knocking
Hold
bums
on,
land.
out.
hold on,
Let me
Juan.
land
Hold
what
on,
I'm
Juan.
trying to say though.
Hold on,
Like,
hold on, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Bermain Stavern ain't a bum.
Hey, Dominique
Because
that's
you
Brazil
needed to
wasn't
put
dirty
no
this.
doing.
bum.
Why y'all
Dominique
doing
Brazil ain't no
Deontay like
bum
that,
neither.
yo?
Dominique
Yo, really
Brazil
brought yo
wasn't
brought.
considered a bum when Wilder knocked him out. Dominique Brazil was not considered a bum.
Yeah, that's a
So
good
I,
point.
I don't agree with he was knocking bums out. But like I said, I would say Usyk is the greatest heavyweight of this era because of the guys that he beat. He beat two of the top five heavyweights in boxing. Two of the top
Mm,
five heavyweights. He
I'm
fought
saying
AJ. He beat
Deontay
him.
the greatest. Cause y'all cut me off for real, and I was just trying to land. I'm hyping up Deontay. I'm not hyping up these other heavyweights. Like I'm
Nah.
talking about
I mean,
Deontay Wilder, who
you can
made,
hype up the
and it's my turn to
you can
talk. Is
hype up
what I'm
Deontay.
really trying to say. Like, let me land, cause then y'all go on. Y'all be long winded. Like Deontay to me is the greatest heavyweight in this era. Cause he made the heavyweight division matter in this era. All these big fights don't even matter without Deontay. And what he did, nobody even did that as a heavyweight in history. It just all these heavyweights
That's a
bombs. You
lie.
could call who did that? Who not got that ratio like Deontay?
Uh, what's the dude's
Mike
name?
Tyson had that KO ratio.
Yep. And the
Mike
other
Tyson
dude.
had the same KO ratio.
And
What is it? What was okay?
Ernie
Then I'm
Shavers?
wrong. Mike
Ernie
Tyson. Who
Shavers?
else? Ennis
Ernie
Shavers. Who
Shavers?
else?
George
Who else?
Foreman. Do you want me to keep
Ernest
going? Because I'll keep
Shavers,
going.
George Foreman,
They all got
George Foreman.
the same KO ratio as Deontay.
They
Cool.
might have it
Okay,
higher
great.
actually.
I was wrong about that. But guess what? That don't change who you compare him to, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, and all of them. Great. To me, Deontay is
No,
the greatest heavyweight of this era. He made the heavyweight division matter. We don't even all
AJ
these
got
big
better
heavyweight
wins though.
fights
AJ got better
don't even
wins though.
exist without Deontay in
AJ
this
got
era.
better
To
wins.
me,
AJ
he's the
got better
greatest. Muhammad
wins.
Ali was the greatest heavyweight.
I'm not.
It wasn't
I'm
even.
not
It was
saying. I'm
mostly
not
about
saying.
his
I'm
stuff
not saying
outside the
Deontay
ring,
Wilder
his
wasn't a.
influence.
I'm not
AJ
saying
got
So
better
Deontay Wilder
Deontay
wins.
was
is
a
the
bad,
greatest
a
heavyweight of
bad.
this era. The
I'm not
only
saying
get the
Deontay Wilder
greatest
was a
because
bad
of
heavyweight
Muhammad
of this
Ali
era.
anyway, and that was mainly because of his influence outside of the
It's
ring.
all right.
So I
All right.
get at the Deontay,
So
not
and then
nobody
and then
else
hold on.
who they
Hold
just
on. So
Let me
hyping
jump
them
in.
up
Let me
on
just
the
jump in.
back
Y'all
of
can hear me?
Deontay. He had to put
Y'all
out
can
the
hear me?
dirty
I hear
work
you. Go
in
ahead. I
so
hear
they
you.
could swing
Okay.
through and be
I
like,
hear
"It's
you. I
me.
hear
I
you. Go
get the
ahead.
credit." I can't believe y'all get AJ more credit for losing to Ruiz
Oh,
than
these are the numbers,
Deontay
right?
Wilder for
You can hear me,
bringing back
Josh?
Tyson Fury and
I
losing,
don't
getting
think Ja
set
can
up.
hear you. I don't think Ja can
Yeah,
hear you.
John just
I
mad because
give
I'm proving
Usyk
facts
his
of it.
credit though, but I just think he
Hold
overhyped.
on.
That's
Yeah,
all
Josh,
I'm
he can't
saying.
hear
How
you.
is
Hold
he
on.
overhyped
I'm
when he
not
Hold
on
beat?
that.
on.
I'm not on that bandwagon.
I guess. I guess. Go ahead.
I
Go
don't.
ahead.
I don't know who gave AJ more credit than Deontay Wilder because I didn't. I didn't give AJ more credit. I can't
I
give
don't know.
AJ
I
more
can't hear
credit than
nothing though.
Deontay Wilder when AJ ducked
CD
Deontay Wilder.
talking.
I can't give him more credit when you duck a man. So I will never give AJ more credit than Deontay Wilder, but I will say
Let me say this. Let me
he
say this
got
real
more
quickly.
credible wins than Deontay Wilder.
If y'all can hear me, let me say this real fast. I pulled it up. Deontay, hold on. Man, I done went past it. Deontay Wilder has a 97.7% KO ratio. It's the highest KO ratio in heavyweight history.
I knew that, and
So
they said I lied though. So take that back.
now
No.
it's not even nobody close. AJ 89%, Mike Tyson 88%, Rocky Marciano 87%. Let me look at George Foreman. Hold on.
I said Anthony and Daniel. Three best heavyweights in this time, and Usyk beat them all. That's all I'm gonna say.
George Foreman 89.5% KO ratio. Ernie Shavers had a
See, but
91.9%.
you
So Ernie
got to put
Shavers is right
Hey,
there
you
with
got
he was in the 90s.
hey, but
Man, I ain't lie about nothing though.
KO.
Y'all ain't still ain't
Oh,
take that back first before y'all start
hold up,
yapping, cause
John.
everything y'all saying after
Hold
that
up,
is
John.
yapping.
Hold up, John. George Foreman ratio came down when he came
not
back
much.
from his
Not
second
much
term. His ratio
I
came down.
know that
It's just
He
too.
wasn't
How,
he wasn't knocking people out when he came back the second time around. Before he retired, George Foreman ratio was much higher than 89.
but George
His
Foreman
ratio
is
was much
my
higher than
favorite
89.
heavyweight though, honestly, besides Muhammad Ali. Like, so I ain't even George
And
Foreman.
salute to Face
If
pulling up. He
Muhammad
said
Ali wouldn't have
Tyson,
been beat him, I would have said he the best heavyweight of all time.
Anthony, and Daniel are the three best heavyweights. And Usyk beat all them. So yeah, I'm with you on that, Face. I'm with you on that.
Usyk did not beat Wilder though.
No, he
Beat him
hasn't
if he
fought
fights
Wilder.
him. It don't matter.
He gonna beat him if he fight him. Wilder got that one punch knockout power. We don't know that. And Usyk definitely don't even want to fight Wilder. That's crazy
No,
that he don't want to fight Wilder. AJ don't
according
want to fight Wilder,
according
and Wilder get him all the opportunity. They
Go
want to
ahead, Free.
fight Tyson though.
according
Go ahead,
They
Free.
want
Go
to
ahead,
fight
Free.
according to
Fury though.
somebody. Hold up, to somebody who talks to Wilder and talks to that camp, that fight is not off the table. Wilder decided to go take another fight, but that fight is not off the table. And this comes from somebody that talks to Wilder and talks to his camp on a regular basis.
No, I'm saying what Usyk said who he wanted to fight. He got like 3 fights. Wilder wasn't one of them. He said he got like 3 fights left. He just said that in the
Yeah, but
interview.
I mean,
Wilder wasn't even one
yeah,
of
but
them.
people,
That's phony to
hey,
me. You
but
don't want to fight Wilder,
hold up.
yo?
But hold up. People say stuff all the time. That doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. Because if we go by that, then we got to say Tank Davis is a liar because he said he was done with boxing at the end of 2025. So
No,
people say stuff all the time. That
no,
doesn't
I'm
mean
just
that
saying he
it ain't gonna go
overhyped though,
down the
because
way.
he looked at as somebody he should be wanting to fight Wilder. They want to pass him off. They want to write Wilder off. Like y'all should have been wanting to fight him.
Yeah,
That's the
John.
biggest fight for any heavyweight is Wilder.
John.
Stop
Ooh.
playing.
Ooh.
Ja,
Ooh.
it's
For
Stop
any
it. Stop
heavyweight,
it.
the
I'm
biggest
with
Stop
fight
you.
it.
is
Stop it.
Wilder.
Hold
Stop it.
on,
That's what
Ja.
I
Let me
just
Stop
say
it.
this.
said.
Stop it. Stop it.
Shout out to
Stop it.
hold on,
Stop
Juan.
it.
Let me jump
Please
in
just
real
stop it.
quick. Let me jump in real quick and you can cook one. Shout out to Micah, member of the channel, supporter of the channel. What's going on, Micah? Let me drop the link just in case you want to pull up on the panel. Yeah, man, help the channel grow. Appreciate Kill putting some color in the chat today, keeping the show going. Drop the link for Micah. Members can click the link. Support the channel, help us grow. Now, go ahead, Juan. Cook,
To
Juan.
this day, man.
One. They
Shout out to
offer
Diaper
Wilder.
Dandy in
They
here. What's
offer
going on, Mad
Wilder.
Chat?
They
Good to see you,
again.
Mad Chat.
Again. They offered Wilder this fight for this fight that he's fighting. Who's fighting now? He denied it. He just said that. One. Two. Wilder hasn't had a win in how long now?
His last fight. He won his last fight.
He won his last fight against who though? A plumber? Come on now. Let's really
Why
be
you
real.
doing that? Why you doing that to
Let's be
Wilder,
real
yo? He
now.
don't deserve that, yo.
I'm
The
not saying
biggest fight for any heavyweight is still Wilder.
No, Wilder is not the biggest name in heavyweight division.
I did not say that. You changed my words up. I said the biggest
Just
fight
said
for
that.
any
You
heavyweight.
just said that.
No, I'm saying what I said. The
Wilder's not
biggest
the
fight for
biggest.
any
Wilder's not
heavyweight
the
is Wilder. Period. I don't care what
No, it's
use
not.
your word.
It's
No,
not. It's
I
not.
disagree.
It's not.
I
No,
disagree.
if the biggest fight for any heavyweight was Wilder, how come Tyson Fury made more money fighting Usyk than he did with Wilder?
Stop it, John. Stop it. Like the Michael Jordan commercial.
What was
Stop
the
it.
views?
Stop
What was
it.
the views on the fight? You talking money? You could get paid. You could get paid
Oh,
money, and the
You
fight
said the
ain't
biggest
even a big
fight.
fight. What is you talking about?
that's the
That
biggest fight.
that
That's,
that ain't, you ain't slick. That ain't slick.
You want to look at it. If you want to say money, Usyk and Tyson Fury was a bigger fight. If you want to say,
No, you want to say money.
you
You
said
want to do that.
Let me
You
finish
want to
saying what
say
I'm
that
saying.
This dude, bro.
Let me
because
finish
y'all
saying what
want to
I'm saying.
discredit Deontay.
I'm giving you options. If you want to say money, Tyson Fury and Usyk was a bigger fight. If you want to say belt, Tyson Fury and Usyk was a bigger fight.
Nah,
It was for
what
undisputed.
I didn't say that. You don't have to give me options. I give myself options. What I'm saying is, if I got all the options, you don't control none of my options unless it's about you. You feel me? But this about me. What I'm saying for myself. I'm saying the biggest fight for any heavyweight is Wilder because everybody gonna want to see it. Period. That's what I'm talking about. You start talking about, oh, he made this
Let
amount.
me
I'm not pocket watching nothing. I'm
hold on. Let
not
me say
pocket
this. Let me
watching
jump in.
people.
Let
I
me
don't give a
jump in.
damn
Let me
about
jump in
that.
before you cook free. Y'all
John,
tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel
John,
grow.
John,
Everybody on the
you watched his
channel is
last fight?
a member of the
I got it
this a
first.
great
No,
panel.
it's a better question.
Go ahead,
Did
free
you
cook.
John,
I'm
watch
you watched
it?
his last
And
fight?
would you
John,
watch every
I
fight
ain't
he
watched
in?
that bullshit.
Good for you, then.
I ain't watched that
Good for you.
bullshit.
You
Good for
said
you.
I ain't watched it.
you said Wilder. Anybody that Wilder fight, everybody gonna want to see. That's not true because up until when they said they was gonna have the Usyk versus Wilder fight, I heard a lot of people, me included, saying we don't want to see that fight because I believe Wilder is done. That's my belief. I believe Wilder is
I
done.
mean, it's filet
I don't want to see
mignon.
that fight. I think Wilder has done enough in his career where he doesn't need to prove anything. I think he's done enough that he doesn't need to prove anything.
Ain't nobody talking
There's
about
a
that.
lot of people
That's
that
not
said they
even the
didn't want to see.
same thing.
You're
If the fight,
saying
No,
that.
but
if
what
they
I'm saying
make
is,
the fight,
what
you
I'm
gonna
saying is,
watch it. If Usyk and Wilder
what
make
I'm
the
saying
fight,
is,
you're gonna watch it
I'm
because
not.
you want to see it.
I promise
That's
you,
what I'm
I'm
saying.
not.
I don't know what y'all
I
talking about
promise you.
something
I
else.
promise you, I'm not.
Is all this other
Hey, let me
confusion.
say
Y'all trying to
this.
cause
Hey, I
confusion on
like
what
what
I'm
y'all.
saying.
Hold on. I like the conversation. How we going? I like it. Let's bring Micah in, and and we're gonna put it in rotation. Go ahead, Micah.
So I watch it. I don't think Wilder trying to prove nothing to nobody else. I think he's trying to prove something to himself. And then on top of that, Wilder is the last piece. Usyk done fought everybody else in his era. Who he gonna fight? Moses the Timer, the young guys? Nah, Wilder the last piece. So I mean, I don't understand why he wouldn't want to fight.
Micah. So my thing is this, right? Josh said he's overhyped. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Oh,
That Usyk's
I,
overhyped.
I,
And
hey,
Wilder's
I ain't say
underhyped
nothing
too.
about that.
Cause it's crazy. I ain't had nothing good to say about Wilder. I mean, not saying
No,
you
listen.
free.
Wilder's
Don't say
the
that
last.
free. I
Listen.
heard what you said.
Wilder's the last great American heavyweight. I will agree with you with that. I will agree with you tenfold. But I'm saying it to you right now. He is not the biggest draw no more. He stopped being the biggest
And
draw after the last loss. He stopped being the biggest draw. He stopped completely being the biggest draw. When you fighting on BOK
AJ
Prime,
probably the biggest draw to me,
when
but
you
that
fighting
ain't
on
about
BOK,
boxing. That's like the same way Ryan Garcia is a big draw.
no. Because
but
when
he
Ryan
ain't
Garcia
though.
fights,
But look, I want to speak on something you said though. You said
Ryan Garcia not
Wilder
a big draw.
is a great. Wow, you said Wilder is a great American heavyweight. Like whatever you just said, that says it all right
he said the
there.
last
Nobody don't
great
really give
American heavyweight.
right. Nobody really don't give a damn about the heavyweight division if it ain't an American against somebody else.
That's a
No,
fact.
that's not true. You talking
And
about
that's my
That's a
whole.
you
fact.
Yes,
talking
it
about
is true. That's the history of
hold on.
boxing.
That's not true because
It is true.
you
That's
talking
boxing
about
history.
no, it's not because what you're talking about is the American fan base. Boxing is
Mm,
bigger than just America.
I know
Boxing
that.
is
That
worldwide.
ain't
So
that ain't what
when
I'm
you say
saying.
Let me
when
jump
you
in when
say
you after you, free. I'm
nobody
gonna jump in.
when you say nobody cares about heavyweight, that's a lie because right now the UK is running heavyweight right
Off the
now, so
back
they
of
care.
Wilder. Off the back of Wilder. Stop
No, not
playing
even
Wilder
off
like that.
Wilder. Hold on,
Wilder
They
how
put
is
the
did.
it?
dirty
They
work
gave
in
him.
for the
He's
heavyweight
hey.
division to
Hold
matter.
on, Ja. Hold on, Ja. And free. This is let me put a couple
Talk.
points out there for the public. They didn't pretty much try to include Wilder or a Wilder opponent on every heavyweight event they done. Wilder absolutely after. I mean, we pretty much was done after that last Fury fight. They didn't gave Wilder about two more. They gave him the Zhang fight to sell one card. They gave him a Parker fight to sell another card. Now they give him a Chisora fight to sell another card. So they still using Wilder. And on top of that, Turkey, who is pretty much the biggest investor in the sport of boxing right now, Turkey with the Saudi Investment Fund, they came out and said they definitely want a Black American champion to reign supreme in the heavyweight division. That would definitely grow the sport. So
I
I
don't
think
know
it's a
where
lot.
y'all
I'm,
been
and all
at.
I'm gonna say is that, and one last point: the USA market is really the best market in the sense that they know when they put them prices out free, we got to pay 70 plus for anything they do, any pay-per-view they do. Where these UK markets, these people they paying $25 or any small amount of
No,
money. So we
what
we
that
we
tell me
really we
is
really putting it in.
Yeah, that's a
what that tells me is they getting over on y'all. Y'all willing to pay for mediocre. That's what it tells me. Y'all willing to pay for mediocre because y'all thirsty. That's what it tells me. Because the same fights that we paying $75, you just said the UK paid $25.
it's not
What
the
does
Nah,
that
same
tell
the
me?
exact
thing,
fights.
nah, is
It's not
that
the
no?
same
They know
fights.
we no, yeah, we support the sport, but what the option is that we're gonna
No,
pay for the
y'all
best. We're gonna
thirsty.
pay. Hold on, we're gonna pay for the best. It's not that free. It's just we're gonna watch Wilder. That's like you said, the last great American champion. That would be equivalent to us not watching um like great fighters of the past when they do exhibitions or whatever. We gonna follow Wilder just like we gonna watch Arrow, just like we gonna watch Floyd Pacquiao when they come back. Wilder is really proven to be one of the best heavyweights of this generation and of all time, based on his title of defenses and his KO ratio.
He
So
definitely the
we
most
going that's what I'm saying. They
influential.
getting over on us free,
And
but at the end of the day, yeah, I mean that's just what it is. We fiends for the sport.
and if y'all watch Joshua
And
versus old boy, the last one, stop playing. You don't want to see Wilder fight.
and then they talking about Wimbledon doing 60,000, selling 60,000 tickets. Them tickets was like $30. Like if you look at the gate of Tank fight in Vegas, and you look at the gate of Anthony Joshua at Wimbledon, ain't it's comparable. They about the same because they 60,000 tickets at $30 ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the same way y'all
It's a
saying
totally
y'all
different
let
pace
like
too.
they play us right. They get over on us with the prices and all of that. They get over y'all. They tell y'all whatever they want narrative. They tell y'all, y'all run with it, and they control all them belts and accolades and stuff.
That's why they come over
No
here
matter what y'all
because they
see
make more
behind.
money. The American market is a greedier market. The fighters make more money.
Yeah.
With Turkey here now, that might be the best option. It's just all guaranteed.
Y'all let them
What they
create a
get, we
narrative
got
that
it.
Wilder is
They
not the
know
most
our market
influential.
has the
He ain't
disposable
bring back the
income.
heavyweights.
They say they know our market got disposable income. That's why I ain't trying to hear all of that. In our market, you can work hard. A lot of our people are taking
I
trips and spending money on anything they want. So they
I
people know for a
I
fact
look at it the same way.
we gonna cop it.
I look at it the same way New Yorkers was looking at the crack game in '86. They was selling, they was making money in New York, but they say, you know what? We can make a lot more money down in DC. They making a killing down there because the crackheads in DC was willing to spend more for the same amount that you was getting in New York. It is what it is. When you got a market that you can raise the price on, yeah, you're gonna go and feed that market because we selling the same thing over here and we selling it for dirt cheap, but over there we can sell it for a lot more because they're more hungry for it. That's what it is. It's the same thing when it comes to clothing, when it comes to food,
It's
when it
not.
comes to anything that you're selling. If you
It's
got
not.
a market that's willing if you got a market that's willing to spend a lot more for the same thing at a cheaper price in another spot, you're gonna feed that market because you're gonna triple times your money or double your money or quadruple your money. It's the same thing in life, period. They do it
I would
everywhere. You can take that in any aspect.
see. I would compare it more to like the housing situation. See, I live in Ohio, so housing is dirt cheap compared to like a place like New York, and that might be out. And it's out of necessity that these people that the New Yorkers got to pay them high prices for their housing. It's out of necessity. Just like here in the American market, the boxers they demand more money, and so the promoters and everybody else they charge more money because they not gonna eat up the cost. They're gonna pass the buck down to the consumer. But that's just how it is.
If Americans period stop participating in any of these sports or anything, all of them going to die. How could y'all know all of that knowledge about the market and all that, and then ignore the fact that these heavyweights coming up at the back of Deontay Wilder? He put in that leg work.
No, like I
AJ
said,
definitely the little
Usyk. I'm not gonna say Usyk came off the back of Deontay Wilder because Usyk didn't fight on none of Deontay Wilder undercard. Deontay Wilder didn't fight on the Usyk undercard. He fought on Tyson Fury. He fought on AJ's card, but not Usyk's.
Was
So I'm not
Usyk
gonna
even
say
a
Usyk
heavyweight when
got this
Deontay
card.
was popping at his highest
nah,
level? Was Usyk heavyweight yet?
No,
I
Yes, he
don't
was.
nah.
Why I keep
no,
trying to
he
ignore
wasn't.
that?
Usyk,
Stop trying
hold
to.
on. Yes, he
It's all the
was.
back
He
of
was.
Wilder, man. Usyk ain't did nothing for the heavyweight division but just swing at the last
Usyk,
minute and
Usyk,
take all the credit to beat everybody that's on their way out.
no,
Stop playing. He overhyped.
Usyk
That's what AJ did too.
I mean,
Usyk
I'm
was
gonna
the
I'm gonna I'm gonna get a
undisputed.
date.
He was the
AJ,
undisputed.
I respect him because he a bodybuilder that really turned into a
No,
decent boxer.
no, you can
Ain't
say
no
that for
ain't no arguing
you
with
can say
Jesus,
that
bro. I'm just
you
gonna
can
let
say
it
that
legit.
for everybody. I mean, if that's the case, you might as well say Dagon Wilder got his stardom off the back of Dagon Klitschko. You can say that for everybody. What are you talking
No,
about?
no,
Yes, he
No,
did.
no,
Yes, he
AJ got
did.
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yes, he
What he
did.
did, he had the highest knockout ratio in the heavyweight history. Then after that, he brought Tyson Fury back.
No,
that.
That's who got their
no.
shit
Do you
off of
realize
Klitschko. Tyson
But
Fury,
you
not
the
gotta
guys
think
Wilder.
that
about
Wilder
it.
was
Excuse
fighting
my
was
language.
leftover guys from the guys that Wilder was fighting was guys that fought Klitschko or fought AJ. So if you saying that, you can say the same thing for Wilder.
No, you can't.
Nah,
No, you
nah, nah.
Yes, you can.
Wilder
The
did
Yes,
his
you
fact
can.
thing,
fact of the
made the
matter is,
heavyweight division matter, and then he brought Tyson Fury back. And
Let
Tyson
me say
Fury is the
this.
one who got his credit off of Klitschko.
Let me say
No,
this.
and,
Wilder did
and
it on
Usyk
his
AJ
made it
own.
really.
off of
My
Stop
Usyk.
bad.
playing him. Stop
Jaya,
playing
they
Wilder
Usyk made
hold
it.
on,
already.
hold on. Time out. We got a lot of people in the building. Y'all tap the like button, follow the channel. Now, I looked it up. Alexander Usyk was the unified champion of the world in September 25th, 2021. That was the month prior to Deontay fighting Fury in the second time. So of course y'all know that they had the controversy where they was out of the ring for a little bit, whoop de whoop, because Deontay Wilder wanted his rematch, right? So Usyk has been heavyweight champion of the world for over 5 years now, or going on 5 years.
I try to tell you that. I already know that because Usyk was the undisputed champion at cruiserweight. He moved up, and they said, "Why did Usyk move up and not fight at heavyweight?" Usyk got acclimated at heavyweight. He got acclimated at heavyweight. He didn't fight a champion right away. He got acclimated at heavyweight, and then he went after the champion.
So my
I'm
biggest thing
trying to
is
tell
this.
you, Usyk was fighting. He was fighting at
What does
when
that got to
Wilder
do
was
with
a
y'all
champ. When Wilder
discrediting
was champion.
Wilder? Y'all discrediting
Don't
Wilder. I said Usyk overhyped. That's just my opinion. But y'all discrediting Wilder. Y'all ain't giving him his just
I'm
due
not
for real.
discrediting Wilder.
I'm not discrediting him. I'm telling
He
you,
the
he is the
man.
greatest
He
last.
the man.
He's the
Usyk
he's the
may be the
last.
best fighter, but Wilder's the greatest heavyweight of this era. Usyk might beat
I
Wilder. We don't know that. We don't
I
know who
think
gonna win that fight if they fight. But Wilder's definitely the greatest heavyweight of this era. Because the greatest is
Yeah,
about
that's your
just who
opinion,
you
man.
are
They're
as a
they're
person
bringing it back full
and a
circle,
fighter.
John.
It's not
That's
my
your
How the
opinion.
opinion.
Muhammad
conversation
Ali
started.
is the reason why y'all talking about the greatest.
Hey, that's your
Huh?
opinion.
Yeah,
Again,
I said Usyk was overhyped. That's how I started.
But
And I'm saying I'm hyping up
it
Wilder.
started
that is your opinion, sir.
it
Wild
started with that, but the premise is
Yeah,
that
it
he
is
didn't say
my
his
opinion.
name. He didn't say his name. You see what I'm saying? So
What
he did a
what you
disservice
mean?
to the boxing fan, uh Usyk, when he put out his fights, his remaining fights.
He
He
already
didn't
asked him to
say.
fight him. He already
Now
asked him to fight him.
I
He
understand,
said
Wilder
no.
said
but
He took
yes.
a different
No, he
road.
And
did
y'all
not say no.
defended it.
He
Y'all
said yes.
defending him. Y'all saying just because he said that don't mean it's gonna play out like that. It's like what? He said that himself. He didn't say nothing about Wilder. And then
Usyk,
before that, y'all was talking about Usyk. Usyk is man. He throwing Wilder a bone. What? Y'all
man,
crazy. Wilder's the one who
Usyk,
putting everybody on in the heavyweight division. And y'all do the same thing with Tank too, and even Canelo. Canelo fought Belonga. Everybody he fought, he putting them on. Usyk don't get none of
Wilder,
that type of credit that y'all was giving him. So for Wilder though, Wilder put
Wilder
Usyk
said
on. That's how
yes.
I see it.
I see what you're saying. It's just based off of his name is the only reason why a lot of people are even attentive. Now, me, for we all watch so much boxing,
All right,
so
man.
no, but I
Thanks.
see what you're saying from a casual perspective. The only reason why they could do a San Francisco fight is with Wilder. That's why they fighting in Egypt now, right?
Yeah, I'm
Because
speaking
But
from a
the
casual
American
but
people,
perspective.
yeah, because
but Wilder
the
said
Americans
yes
want
to
to
that
see
fight.
Wilder. They only know Wilder's name. They don't know Usyk.
Wilder
I
said
wouldn't give
yes
a
to that
damn
fight
who
though.
Usyk fought in the heavyweight division if it wasn't for Wilder. Usyk would have never fought Tyson Fury if Wilder didn't even bring him out of retirement. And y'all said Usyk throwing him a bone. It was some coonery to me to say that. Wilder brought Tyson Fury out of retirement. And y'all never
And
even
that's what
cared about that. But soon as Usyk like, yeah, I'll fight Wilder. Now he doing like he was bringing Wilder out of retirement and feeding him and
Who
stuff.
this
Like
nigga
that was
on
coonery to
that
me. And that's
name?
because that's the narrative that they pushed to y'all. And y'all
Stop getting your feelings. Listen,
I'm not getting in my feelings.
what I agree with is yes, he did. Tyson Fury did make his name off of Wilder. AJ did make his name off of Wilder. I just don't believe Usyk made his name off of Wilder. I believe Tyson Fury and AJ did. I don't believe Usyk did.
I
I
look
don't
at
believe
Usyk that
Usyk got a name.
he put in great work and he's a great fighter, but I believe he's overhyped because of all the stuff that Wilder did, and then AJ using his name, never wanting to fight him. Uh Tyson Fury literally cheating and nobody give a damn. But look how everybody give a damn about Ryan cheating. Like it's just because it's Deontay and his personality. His personality is the only reason he
Nah,
not getting the
nah.
credit that
Hold
he
on, time.
deserves.
Hold on. Let's do a quick.
He
He
deserved way
definitely
more
Let's
credit
do a
demonstrated a
as a
quick
rise,
pivot.
heavyweight.
Quick
Keith.
timeout, Maya. Cause my bad. Um,
What
and shout out
happened?
to Carrie. Appreciate you putting some color in the chat, helping the channel grow. Ja, who currently operates heavyweight boxing. Um, and when you say operates, I think he want to probably know who occupies or who's the man in the division. Is that what you're saying, Carrie? If
You
not,
talking
we can pivot
about
on.
Oh, I ain't see the comment.
Because I
My
think
bad.
Queensberry is probably the top dog as far as the stable right now.
I like.
But Usyk is the man in the division. But he's asking you, Job, break that down. Is Usyk currently the heavyweight champion, the man of the division?
Yeah, but he don't control nothing though. He's just a pawn.
Mm.
If Wilder in that position, then heavyweight boxing gonna be a way bigger deal than if Usyk in that position. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about when I'm saying Wilder's the greatest heavyweight of this era. His influence on the heavyweight division alone is bigger than Usyk's accolades, and that's why Muhammad Ali was the greatest, because he said
Muhammad
it. He
Ali.
was the greatest. It
Muhammad
wasn't
Ali
about
was
him
the greatest.
fighting people like he was a real good fighter, but the greatest stuff come from what he said and the stuff he was doing outside of the ring. All this greatest talk come from that.
Muhammad Ali was the greatest
Who will win,
because
Beyonce Wilder or Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad
no,
Ali.
Both of them, they was about the same weight.
but Muhammad
Muhammad
Ali was the
Ali,
Wait,
everybody from that era stops every
Muhammad
heavyweight from this era.
Muhammad Ali was the greatest because he said it and he went out and proved in the ring that he was the greatest. He proved it. If Muhammad
Hmm.
Ali if Muhammad Ali still did the stuff that he did outside the ring, but he wasn't winning none of those big fights, people wouldn't have said Muhammad Ali was the greatest. It was because of what he did in the ring.
That's just your opinion.
No, they would not say, okay, look at do you think
You
George
saying
Foreman is the
would.
greatest?
That's just your
Do you,
opinion.
do you think George Foreman was the
Only reason
greatest?
I'm not saying George Foreman is the greatest because Muhammad Ali beat him.
Okay, I thank you for proving my point. You just proved it.
I'm not
Thank
proving
you.
your point. I'm one
You did.
person. You said
No,
they. You
I said
talking
George.
about you talking about a
Change the
casual
You said
conversation.
perspective.
you
You
said
talking about the casual
no.
perspective. That's just
Listen
your
what
opinion.
listen to what you just said. You said I wouldn't say George Foreman was the greatest because Muhammad Ali beat him. Like I said,
No,
if
I
he
didn't say that. I
wasn't,
said I would say that, but Muhammad Ali beat him. But
but
All right, let me.
Muhammad
I
Ali
got this.
beat
I
him.
got this one. Usyk versus
I'm a
Ali. Free.
person.
Ali. Usyk versus Ali.
That's a 50-50 fight. They
Hell
literally.
no. That ain't no 50-50 fight, man.
No,
Ali will school the hell
I
out of
think
Usyk. That's why I mean
no.
when I say he overhyped, yo. He
Listen. I think
is.
okay. That's your opinion. You can have your opinion. Don't
Yeah.
shoot down my opinion because neither one of us is right because we don't
No,
know.
I'm shooting
But
down your opinion for
but
just for the fun of it,
that's
cause I
because just
disagree.
because.
You feel me?
But
But not out of
but
disrespect,
what
though.
I'm saying is you can have your opinion. You might not agree with. I might not agree with it. I can have my opinion. You might not agree with it. The point of the matter is neither one of us is wrong. Neither one of us is right because neither one of them fought each other.
I feel
So
like I got a stronger
Let's go in
case for
there
me
now.
being. I feel
based
like I
off of
got a
what?
stronger case. I got
Based
a
off of
stronger
what?
case based off of that. Ali is extremely way more proven than Usyk,
Based off of what?
and and outside the ring. His
Based off,
opponents
no,
and what he
we're
went
not
through
talking about.
outside. Hold
We talking
on.
about in the ring. In the
No,
ring,
we
who
not.
will
We
win?
Muhammad Ali. Look, I'm talking about both. Cause Muhammad
Who
Ali is
will
the greatest.
win in the ring? They're
Look,
not fighting outside the ring. They're fighting in the
look,
ring.
look.
Who will win?
Yeah, but all right. Look what I'm saying from my perspective. When we talking about the greatest heavyweight,
We're not
that's
talking about the
Muhammad.
greatest. He said who will
What?
win. He didn't say who was the greatest.
Oh,
He
you
said
talking
who
about
will
who will
win.
win skill set? Usyk
I
is
think
a one-dimensional fighter. Muhammad
Yeah,
Ali can
that's
do
it.
anything. And
That's it for
Usyk
me.
ain't fighting nobody compared to Muhammad Ali. You take just Joe Frazier, and I believe Joe Frazier stops Usyk and everybody on his resume.
What I will say is What I will say is
That might be a fact.
Usyk has made adjustments to everybody he has been in the ring with, whether they was bigger than him, or they were same size as him, or they were smaller than him. He made adjustments to everybody he's been in the ring with.
What was his adjustments
And
that he made that you talking about?
hold up. The difference between Usyk and Muhammad Ali. The difference between Usyk and Muhammad Ali. Usyk faced a 6'5" fighter and a 6'9" fighter, and he beat both of them twice. Usyk is undefeated. Muhammad
So
Ali
he
is
shouldn't have
not.
no.
So just because
Let
they're
me finish.
tall,
Let me
just because
finish.
the fighter he fought was
Let
tall,
me finish. Let me finish. Usyk has never lost. I said it's a 50-50 fight because I don't know who wins. Because they are both the same exact size. Usyk has faced much bigger guys than Muhammad Ali has ever faced. So I don't know if Muhammad Ali beat those guys at
you
6'9" and
okay,
6'5".
I respect
I
your
believe he
opinion.
could, but I don't know if he will. I don't
I
know.
respect your
Muhammad Ali
opinion.
lost to Joe Frazier. I never thought Muhammad Ali would lose to Joe Frazier.
Let me say
He
when
lost to a guy when he had
Did
7
you know the
fights.
circumstances behind that loss, though?
No,
that's why I'm
I
like
know
I
the
want to talk
circumstances
about
behind the law.
outside of the
I
ring
know, I
too.
know the circumstances. I know the circumstances behind the law. I brought up the circumstances behind the law. But my thing
I'm
is, he still lost to him, regardless of the
Man,
circumstances. He still lost to him. He
that
lost to
that.
a guy that
That's a
only
fact.
had seven.
That's a fact.
so
He lost
so
to. He lost to a guy that only had 7 fights.
so let
So
me let me
And let me just
say
say this.
regardless of
how
the
many
record,
Also,
fighters lost to Lomachenko though? Like man, come on with all
no,
that.
hold on, Ja. Hold
And
on, Ja.
I'm talking
Hold on,
about
Ja. Let me say
Usyk. I'm
this.
not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about Usyk. Usyk has never lost to anybody he's been in the ring with.
you give
Whether he was,
Usyk credit just because the fighters that he fought was
I'm giving
tall
him,
and they was
I'm giving him
big,
credit.
not because
I'm
of their
giving him,
skills though. And you
I'm
ain't say
giving him.
nothing about his adjustments.
No,
What did he
he's
do?
made. What are you talking about? He's made adjustments. If you watch
What?
the fight,
What was the adjustments?
he's learned how to. He fought either on the inside or he boxed him from the outside. Go look at the first Tyson Fury fight. Tyson Fury was having his way with Usyk. Usyk said,
Usyk
"Okay,
looked like the same fighter his
hey,
whole
hey,
career.
you just asked me to give you the adjustment, and then you want to cut me
You
off.
did.
Like I
You
said,
did.
if you,
You get
I did not because you didn't cut me off. Like I said, if you go
okay.
watch the first
That's
fight,
what's up. Go
Tyson,
ahead.
Tyson Fury was having his way with Usyk from a distance. Usyk said, "I can't fight at this. He's too long," and he got on the inside and he knocked Tyson Fury down and changed the whole outcome of that fight. So he has made adjustments. You just got to pay attention to the adjustments. They're not big adjustments.
It's
They're
not
small
even. This is
adjustments.
not even a good. I'm in. I'm
I
in.
say he a one-dimensional fighter. And let him in the Tyson Fury fight don't change that for me. And comparing him to Muhammad Ali is blasphemy to me. And just only thing you got to go on is you saying how tall of the heavyweight
He was a,
was
but
that he
he
beat.
boxed the hell
It
out of
ain't nothing
AJ too,
about
though.
their skill.
He's
I
fighting
mean,
these bigger guys.
AJ
Hold on,
would
he's
get
fighting these
stopped.
bigger six.
AJ is not
Josh,
that skilled to me.
this
no.
dude is fighting, literally fighting 6'5", 6'6" giants coming up from cruiserweight.
So
I
what?
looked at Muhammad Ali,
It don't matter how tall
respectfully.
they is.
I mean, based on what he did as a young fighter, is and like y'all saying the way he spoke, but really, when he fought his first undefeated fighter in Joe Frazier, he lost. You see what I'm saying? Now,
But that's a
of
different
course, Joe
era
Frazier
with
is revered, but that's what I'm saying. He got a lot of guys on his resume. All I'm saying is this: we can't knock what Usyk has done because at the end of the day, and who he is as a fighter. Now, when he get in there and stretch Deontay, are there gonna be any excuses?
I don't
Hell
have no
yeah, it's
excuses.
gonna be a
I'm
piece.
not look,
I'm
hold
telling you, it's
on.
gonna be a piece.
Look, I don't have no knock for Usyk. I'm saying he overhyped. I feel like his overhype is a knock to other great heavyweights. Like for to even compare him to Muhammad Ali in a
I'm not
to me
comparing him
it's a
to no Muhammad Ali.
hold on, let me
Not,
finish, yo. Cause you easy to tell me if I cut you up. I'm like, all right, cool, that's what's up. You cut me off so much you don't even know. Like I'm saying when it come to Usyk, it's a casual take that everybody take. Well, I'm gonna say that he could compare to Muhammad because who he fought was just tall, which ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Because if you put an NBA player in there and they tall and they get their ass whipped, it ain't gonna matter that they was tall and they weighed more. They just not the skills that Muhammad Ali faced, the stuff he had to face during outside the ring does matter. Him having to fight is something in his eye, all types of stuff that he
There's a
had to go
war.
through.
There's literally a,
All of
hold on,
that
Josh.
stuff
There's literally
matter.
a war in his brother's country.
No,
Like
hold
that's what
on,
I'm
hold on, hold
saying, bro.
on.
You
Man,
missing the part.
come
And then hold
on,
on, you're
man.
right.
I could
And then
go in on that
also
too. Let's
and
talk
hold on
about
and
that too
also
then.
hold on
Hold
and
on.
also
Everything just to
good
keep
point,
the
Carrier.
same narrative
AJ
to shit
literally
on
AJ
black
literally is a
American
gold medalist.
fighters.
So you mean to tell me AJ winning a gold medal doesn't mean anything?
That means something, but it
Okay.
also means
What
something what Deontay did.
what
That's
about
all I'm
what
saying. I'm not discrediting them. I feel like we been discredited and whole time everything being done off our backs. That war that they doing and I don't care if somebody feels some kind of way and Usyk being white is non-comparable to Muhammad Ali and what he had to face in his time.
No,
That's that
I
that's
never
crazy to me.
compared him to Muhammad Ali. The man asked, "Who do you think
You
will
just
win?"
said
I
it was
said,
a 50-50 fight. You
"Man,
just talked about
that's
his
not."
opponents and
Hold,
their
hold, hold.
size and
I'm talking
Muhammad
about.
Ali and his
I'm
opponents.
talking
You
about.
comparing
I'm
them.
talking about the style of fighting. Who I believe will win? I said it's a 50-50 fight because I don't know who
Yeah,
won that fight.
you comparing them.
I
I'm
hold.
you comparing them
That's not a
regardless.
comparison. You don't know what
Huh?
the fuck a comparison means. That's
Stop
not a
getting in your
comparison.
feelings
oh
now. Stop getting
No,
in your
you don't know
feelings.
what a comparison means. You just don't. You be saying people
hey free,
compare me.
I gotta play the drop. I gotta play the drop for you, free.
Shut the fuck. Shut. Did I say? No. Oh shit. Say it again. Say something else. Oh. Say something else. Say something else, nigga.
You don't know nothing you talking
Got
about.
him.
You just be
Got
throwing words out
him.
there. You don't even know what the words mean. You don't even know what the damn words mean. You got to know what the words mean before you use it. Nobody is comparing them.
I'm
They
about
are
to cook you on
they
this
are
comparison
oppositions
thing.
against each
You
other.
think I don't know what that means?
No, you
I'm about
don't
to
because
cook you on that.
you said
You compare Usyk to
no.
Muhammad Ali for
No,
sure.
I did not. No, I did not.
Okay, never
No, I did
mind. I'm
not.
wrong then.
Yes,
Forget
you
that.
are. You're 100% wrong.
Okay,
Because
you never
you're
compared them.
comparing, you're not comparing them. They are opposition against each other. You're not
Okay,
comparing them. I'm
all
not saying
right.
Usyk is on the same level as Muhammad Ali. I've never said that. I said Usyk is not a top 10 heavyweight of all times, in my opinion. So I don't know where you got. I'm comparing him to Muhammad Ali.
What you look at as comparing?
Comparing and saying he did this and he did this, and it's just as comparing.
No, you don't have to say they equal to be comparing.
Or you can say because he did this and he did this, that means this one is better. That's comparing.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
but I started off by asking. That is comparing. It got off because I asked specifically who
definitely
wins that
comparing.
fight. I
I
wanted to
would get
see
that.
who do y'all feel like stylistically free. You said it was a 50-50 in your opinion.
Yeah, I don't know
These
who
dudes
wins.
do probably match up very well with each other. I would love to see this fight. Man, it would have been a phenomenal matchup.
Usyk ain't got nothing from Muhammad, man. Muhammad walked dance circles around him while whooping him.
Salute. Hey, salute. AB, appreciate you pulling up.
The style
Um,
that Usyk got is just a small part of Muhammad Ali whole repertoire.
Hey, hold on. I don't agree with that AC because Muhammad Ali felt the same way I felt. You're like, I don't with them people what I'm going over there for. I understand what Muhammad Ali the reason he felt that way. That wasn't his job. His job was to be a boxer. His job was not to be in the military. Now, if you're a soldier, that's your job. You can't ask no questions. You can't decline a job that you signed up for. So I don't disagree with what Muhammad Ali did, even though I'm a veteran. I don't disagree with what he did because that's not the job that he signed up for. He signed up to be a boxer. They was
yeah,
drafting people because they was losing the war. They was losing the war, so they just started drafting people.
right.
So I don't disagree with what
Nasty work.
Muhammad Ali did.
A aircraft, man. We not talking about which Muhammad Ali. This is a fantasy matchup, man. Go ahead with all that. The best
Right,
version
the
that you
best
can think
one.
of him.
The one that stopped Sonny Liston.
Hey,
The one that beat George Foreman, man.
I
Usyk
mean,
ain't
you.
got nothing on
No,
him, man.
I put it like
Usyk ain't got
this.
nothing on Foreman, man. What he'll do with
Any
Foreman then?
any any Muhammad Ali before before he got locked up was the best version of Muhammad Ali because after he
Ali was never the same. He was never the same. The Muhammad Ali
I'll put
before he
some
got locked up was the best version of Muhammad Ali. So you can say the 60s or the 70s Muhammad Ali. Though I mean the 60s or the early 70s before he got locked up. So
the one
I
who
don't I
beat
don't agree
George.
with I mean I ain't gonna say I don't agree with. I don't think the Muhammad Ali after he came out of jail was the same Muhammad Ali. The same way Mike Tyson wasn't the same when he got locked up. When he came out, he was never the same. He lost too much time. He had Muhammad Ali when he fought Joe Frazier was a 3-year layoff. He was coming off a 3-year layoff because he served time and they wasn't giving him no fights because he didn't want to fight in the war, so they wasn't giving him any fights. So he begged Joe Frazier for that fight.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe Frazier, man. And they said they was friends and they got money together. Shout
And,
out to
and
Joe.
when y'all talking about Usyk, don't get me twisted. Usyk the man. Like B3 asked me, and I said that. But like, I'm not about to put respect on Usyk name before I put respect on Wilder name. No, and y'all tripping.
Mhm.
Yo, I'm sick of this.
One- now
I
Now I'm gonna
really
say
am,
I'm
bro.
respect
gonna
for
say
Wilder.
this though,
Man,
because
listen, I have mad
have
respect
you
for
not been
Wilder.
impressed? Hold on, one. Cause I gotta get you, cause you understand the sport of boxing, right?
Been around it my whole life, of course. Why not?
With this Usyk guy, like all time, like Free doesn't have him in his top 10 all time, and maybe it's opposition, whatever, right? Based on what you
Right.
see out of Usyk, like, do you feel like he could beat Ali, or is he just? I mean, because be honest with you, I'm impressed with how he's doing these bigger guys. Ja doesn't have any. Ja doesn't believe that these bigger guys are really giving him a formidable test in this era. What's
So
your thoughts on that?
my biggest thing is yes, it's impressive, but again, it, none of these dudes are not really that skillful. Now, the way he did
I can't
Tyson,
hear one. I don't know.
the way he did Tyson was impressive. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Nah, you good one. I can hear you.
Hold on.
Appreciate you,
Give me a
James,
minute.
pulling up.
My headphone dying and stuff, so I gotta see what the other headphone at. Hold on.
We try to speak
Ugh.
somewhat respectfully to one another. This is like a gentleman's channel, respectfully.
Yeah,
But I
respectfully. I'm
understand
trying
your
to.
passion.
I'm
Don't
trying to.
yeah, we try to, limit the cursing and carrying on. We can disagree to disagree.
Hold on.
But I understand your passion. He said Usyk is 10 times better than Wilder.
Hold on.
Let me say one thing and just shut up.
Hmm.
Like, I want to say something to what Free was saying when it comes to
Hmm.
the adjustments that Usyk made. I respect that. And when B3 saying ain't nobody test Usyk in this era, that's why I don't even give him that 50-50 with
But
Muhammad Ali. It's
you
because
can't,
no
but
other heavyweight make those
you can't,
adjustments. But in Ali era, it was a whole bunch of
but you
heavyweights
can't
that
do
make
that.
those type
You
of
can't do that.
adjustments.
You can't say that though, because even in the Roy Jones era, nobody could test Roy Jones. Who in the world was testing Roy Jones? After the fact that he came back down from heavyweight, was supposed to retire after the Ruiz fight. That you can't sit there and say that because
Nah,
he's great. No, you
Tara, he
can't. You
had
can't.
Bernard Hopkins, James Tony. You
Yeah,
had
but you
fighters that
all
you
right, and you're
know
naming
you
names. And look at
already
the
they
names
was
that
proven.
you look at your name and name. Look, John, you're not listening.
I'm saying
You
people,
just saying.
no, what I'm
You're
trying
not
to
listening. You're just saying. Again, let me
no.
talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. You're just
Hey,
sitting
man,
here saying
Go
you're
extra
ahead,
sitting
life.
here saying,
Juan.
oh
Go
well,
ahead,
Bernard
Juan.
Hopkins
Finish
and
that.
Ace Tony. Look at who Usyk has just beat. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Derek Chisora, Berdir. Mind you, this is just the heavyweight division. I know that you don't follow no cruiserweight division, so I'm not gonna tell you the cruiserweight names.
Man, you just talking. Look, this what I'm saying about. I'm actually saying something. I'm not just talking about it. I'm saying Usyk make the adjustments. I give him his credit for that. He
You
is the
just
man
said
that
he did it.
you not
You
letting
just
me
Those is
said he
land,
real.
did it.
Those
yo.
is
You
real
not.
name. Hold on,
I'm
hold on.
saying
Let
this
him
right
let him
now. You
land one.
saying,
What? But
look,
Ja, hold on, Ja. You got to address the fact that those is all real names.
Those are all real names. You sitting here
I
saying,
can I speak?
go ahead,
How you gonna
go
say I
ahead, go
gotta
ahead,
address
go ahead,
something
go
and
ahead,
you
go
won't
ahead,
even let me
go
say
ahead. Now go
nothing?
ahead, because you're switching up like you do when you switch up for Tank. Come on, play. What are we doing, brother?
You should be, if you
All right,
was
all right.
really
Let's get back in
listening,
order. Let's get
if you
back in
was
order,
really
Ja.
listening, you would know that
Let's stay on tag.
I'm switching back and it's agreeing in agreement. I'm just saying what I'm saying about the adjustments is like Usyk make the adjustments. He the man at heavyweight. Why would I say he the man if I didn't respect the people that he beat? I'm looking at the era that Muhammad Ali is in, and I'm looking at all of them heavyweights. Even when you brought up Roy Jones in his era, and all the people that he fought, they proved not they proven they got accolades or they was a champion. They proved that they was an intelligent fighter that makes adjustments in the ring. And I just don't put Dubois, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua on that level. It was
Hey
so
man, shout
much
out. And
more.
hold on,
It
let
was
me just
so
say this
much
real quick,
more.
Ja.
It was so much more heavyweights in the era of Muhammad Ali time that did that. And that's all I'm saying about Usyk time now. It's like he don't have that. He don't have them type of tests. And them tests come 11 a dozen in Muhammad Ali era. People that you don't know, they got that. They in there. They gonna fight. They gonna fight through adversity. They gonna make
And I
adjustments. It ain't
and I
over.
and I'm
And
not
guess what
saying.
this is? Let me drop the mic on this point. When it come
Go
to
ahead.
Usyk and Muhammad Ali being a 50-50 is crazy and blasphemy because Usyk has never been in a 15-round fight.
That's good. Anyway,
And bye, it's over. Usyk never been in a 15 round, so you can say
okay.
nothing about how good he is compared to Muhammad
Okay,
Ali.
okay, okay,
Please.
okay. One, right? You sat there and discredited him the whole damn time. And mind you, I left and I still was listening, and you was still discrediting him the whole damn time. One, two, right? You discrediting somebody one that is a gold medalist.
How did I
Is he?
discredit
No,
him?
no,
Don't
no,
say I
no,
did
no, no.
something.
I let you
Y'all
talk,
just
right?
said I
I let
lied
you
about
talk.
Deontay
I let
having
you.
the highest ratio, and I ain't never want to take that back. Don't say that I did something without being able to explain how.
You,
Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
you hear me?
Let me
I
say
muted
this.
myself. I
Hold on,
hear you. I just say, don't call
hold
me a
on, Ja. Nah,
liar.
you
Don't
good,
say
Ja.
I
Nah,
discredit
Ja, we
somebody
heard
I
you.
said is the man
Just mute
and not
yourself,
be able
Ja.
to
Let me get.
explain yourself.
Ja, you gotta mute yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Mute yourself for a second, bro. Uh, Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. We 3 hours in. We doing a hell of a job now. These is great conversations
Yo,
and
I swear
arguments.
to God, I talk
Ain't
to
nobody
Yonkers
saying
for
not
like
one curse
freaking
word.
years,
Shout
yo.
out to my brother Juan. Juan is like, they ain't said not near a curse word, so I'm thankful. Uh, we keeping the airways clear, but this is good. This is good. Now, we gonna close it out for the day, and we're gonna. This is what we're gonna do. I want to do the. We got a big fight this weekend. We got Sebastian versus Fondora. Let's end it on a good note.
Hold
I
on,
want to
but hold
bring.
on. Let me say it like this. Let me say it like this, right?
Okay, well, get your rocks off. Go ahead, bro.
So my biggest thing is this, John. I'm not saying that you wrong at any valid point. You're not wrong. I wholeheartedly believe Ali beats every heavyweight in this era. Not saying that you're wrong, giving discredit to Wilder. I'm not saying that you're wrong. You can give your credit to Wilder, but to call him the best in this era, right? You have to look at the names that he beat, right? Yeah, Brazil was good. Yeah, Ortiz was good. Yeah, I'll give you Tyson, but he has a losing record against Tyson. And no matter what conversation you want to have, he still has a losing record. And L's an L. No matter what, right? Because the same way they're gonna do Tank, the same way they're gonna do Wilder. We're gonna call this as a level playing field. When we having a conversation
I'm
about
not
Wilder,
hearing
right?
that
No. Listen.
fantasy
When we're having a
else
conversation
for
about
Tank.
listen, when we're having a conversation about Wilder, right? We're having a conversation about Wilder, right? And you have a conversation with Wilder, Tyson Fury, Usyk, and AJ, right? They're gonna be like, well, these guys fought each other. Why didn't him? They're gonna
Hold
be
on,
like
say
that.
that again. Say that again.
They're gonna be like, Wilder, Wilder fought these other names, but why didn't he fight the AJs, the Furies, the you know what I'm saying? They're gonna sit there and be like that, right? Because again,
I
coming
messed
back,
up.
listen, coming back, Fury coming back. Fury's gonna fight AJ. He's gonna fight Usyk, right? Now, mind you, Usyk had done the round table and spun the block on everybody: Tyson, AJ, and Daniel, the three best heavyweights in the world right now, right? What makes you think, right? What makes you think that him having to fight Wilder right now, right? Wilder that we having right now, not Wilder 10 years ago, not Wilder 5 years ago, Wilder right now, the one we just saw. What makes you think in a world of anywhere of God's given green earth, do you think that he has any God's chance to fight Usyk? Where do you think that, my boy? Yeah, you know you my guy. I got mad love for you.
Huh?
But where in the world do you think that? Where on God's given green earth do you think that? The guy just fought a Navy flag hook and looked like me when I'm trying to go get some Twinkies. Come
You
on,
saying
brother.
he don't deserve a fight with Usyk?
No, he do not, bro. He's gotten money.
I
He's
I,
made
I
good.
just
Listen,
disagree with that.
he's
I
gotten good
disagree.
money.
Then let me
He's
say
got
this.
very
Let,
good
let him
money.
respond to that, Juan. Let him respond to that because Wilder definitely is at the end of his career, and Usyk is still the man of the division. Do you feel like,
Fuck you looking at that.
irregardless,
My
he
bad.
deserves that shot? Talk to us, Ja.
My
Where,
bad. I didn't mean that. I wanted to, I think Wilder deserve a shot. What? He probably
Wilder,
gonna
listen,
get
bro.
a shot, but look.
Well, hold on.
If you're taking
I
money,
see what you're saying, Ja, because they making this they making that
You see
easier
how they
fight for
automatically
the
cut me off with
kickboxers.
ease?
no,
It's
because
so easy to
if you're
cut me
talking
off.
money,
Like,
he's
come
made
on,
much
yeah.
money. He's probably made
No,
more
but
money
let
than
me
every
say
heavyweight
something
in
to
the
you
world
real
right
quick,
now.
Juan. I think you misinterpreted my perception of the greatest. Cause you said the best. Like the greatest to me is just something we doing to humor somebody. Like only God could be the greatest to me. So if a man saying they the greatest, it's just like humoring them. Like so when it came to the greatest, I'm looking at Deontay influence on this era in the heavyweight division. The best is different. Cause like Floyd said he the best and Muhammad Ali said he the greatest. It means two different things. Usyk is the best right now. As far as what he did in the ring, I think Deontay deserve a fight with any heavyweight. Anytime he feel like it, the same way Jake Paul deserved a fight versus Mike Tyson. That's how influential Deontay is as a heavyweight in this era. That's why I'm calling him the greatest.
And I get what you're saying, Ja. Right, and I definitely get what you're saying.
Not the
But
best. I think
but
Deontay sloppy, and I think Tyson Fury took it easy on him
but
when they was fighting.
what we're talking about right here is right.
But he the
Right now,
greatest to me.
We're talking about right now, right? If Wilder was to step into that ring with Usyk right now, right? This is not, mind you, not the biggest puncher in the world. He's not. He's not the
Who
biggest
not
puncher
the
in the world,
biggest
and he's
puncher?
not the fastest. He's not the fastest heavyweight.
Who, Wilder or
No,
Usyk?
Usyk. And
Hmm
we're telling you right now that we're saying this
I
online.
think he a
He would
big
get hurt.
puncher though.
He would get hurt. That man would get hurt. He would
Who,
get
Wilder?
hurt in that. Yes, he would get hurt. Nobody wants to see that. When when he got knocked out by Zane, bro, you know I cried. I think I almost cried that day.
Man, but look what that could have something to do with what
No,
was
bro.
going on outside of the ring.
No,
And
bro.
all right, let
No,
me
bro.
ask you this question. If Deontay,
Even when
if
he fought
look,
Tyson, even when he
let
fought
me just
Tyson,
ask you a question. If Deontay was to go in there and fight Usyk and he was to sleep him, would you be surprised?
I would
I
be
can't
surprised.
believe.
But I would give him
Would
his
you be
full
like, I
credit.
can't believe Wilder slept Usyk? This is wild. This is
But
crazy.
I would give him his full credit. But knowing, my 30 years of life, and I've been around boxing probably 17 of them, I will tell you right now that is never going to happen.
How do you feel about when Wilder dropped Tyson Fury
Oh, I thought he
about that
knocked him
count?
out. I thought he knocked him out, and the count was long. And the count was super long.
Okay.
But
Okay.
again,
That's enough said right there. All the
but again,
discredit to Deontay Wilder is nasty work.
when we talking about right now, we're not talking about
Didn't
10 years
Tyson
ago.
Fury get caught cheating?
No. Again,
That's
no.
nasty work. That's nasty work.
No. Okay? Again, when we're talking about right now, Wilder right now, Deontay Wilder, Bomb Squad, him right now, he's not beating Usyk, bro. And to give you credit, whoever's managing him, I should say, yo, bro, get him out of the sport because he doesn't need to take any more punishment. He's made enough money.
What
I'm
about
pretty sure
Earl?
he's good
How you
for
feel
the rest
about
of his
Earl in that
life.
same as like respect? Like get him out of the sport. Or
Because
Lubin.
because you
Or
don't
Tim
want
Zoo.
because you know what it is, bro. You know what it is. Looking at dudes, I've been to Chattanooga, New York, when they do the inductions, right? This is probably the last like 4 years of Hagler's career, right? He was still functional. He still talked amazingly, right? And then you look at Thomas Hearns. Look at Thomas Hearns the way he's speaking right now. After all the punishment he took, that's why. Because fans like you don't listen to what we saying. Because
Nobody. I'm not trying to keep nobody in this
dudes
sport.
like you are the reason why
I'm
these
a
people keep
fighter
fighting.
who quit boxing twice in my life. I could give a damn who stay in this sport.
Exactly, but that's the reason why you.
Not
That's the
fans
reason
like
why. Because
me. Not fans like me though. Y'all be doing that.
instead of giving them, yo, bro, give them their flowers and let them go. You want to be like, yo, nah, he can do it one more time. You're saying that. Oh yeah, he can do it
That's
one more
not what
time.
I'm saying. He's saying that.
You're
So
saying
I'm rooting
that.
for him. I'm rooting for him. He's still fighting.
Okay, and I get that.
I'm
And I
not
get that he's
saying
still fighting.
you
But
should
for
fight
me,
Usyk.
as a
I'm saying
Deontay
he's the
Wilder
greatest
fan,
heavyweight of this era. That's what I'm saying.
I'm okay, and I will let you have that opinion. That's fine.
If he
But if
fought
you're gonna
Usyk,
sit
that
here
would
and say,
mess
yo,
that up for me, honestly.
he deserves that, that's crazy, bro.
If
Is
Usyk
crazy.
beat
That's
him,
what's
that
wrong
would
with the
mess it up
sport
for
now.
me. The greatest heavyweight of this era. But to me,
That's the
it's
wrong.
about
This is what's wrong with this
how
is
many
what's wrong
fights
with
is
it.
he creating by what he did in the heavyweight division? How many other fights happened off the back of that? That's what's making him the greatest to me. That's just my personal opinion. And you talking about the losses and all of that? All right, because greatest is like what? Ain't none of y'all the
Okay,
greatest to me.
and you can have that
What is y'all
opinion
talking
if
about?
you want to have that.
I
I
thought
don't
that would
think
have
there's
been a good
I'm not the
segue
greatest
moment,
either.
Juan.
what happened.
I
What you say,
think
Chris?
I think y'all landed on that. I mean, if you feel like go ahead and finish. I mean, y'all was cooking. Y'all was
No,
cooking. That was
because
a hell of a
it is not, and it's not even me pointing out, but it's fans like
promotion.
that think like that. Oh, that he got one more than him. That's the reason why, bro. This is the reason why we get into Thomas Hearns now. This is
Stop
the reason
coming
why
at
we getting all
Thomas
these
Hearns.
dudes
The
with
only
shapely.
reason Thomas Hearns like that, because he was too gangster in that ring.
He is too gangster. Look at what got to
That's
him.
all that's about. It's not because he
Look at the way it got
fought
to him.
past his time. It's just because in the ring, he fighting 15 rounds with killers, and he bout that mess the full
But Ja, but
15.
hold on, Ja. You can't act like Wilder didn't get is not getting brutally stopped. He's in brutal fights.
Brutal fight and getting
But I don't look at him
he's
like
out there
Thomas
doing the
Hearns,
Millie
though.
Rock. Come on,
I
brother.
look
What are
at
we talking
Wilder
about?
as a sensitive big dude, a jock mindset, easily manipulated. That's what I look at him as. He
Yeah,
like Charlo and them.
but let me
He
ask you
like just
this.
like
But let
Charlo
me
and
ask
them.
you this. What happened? Let me ask you this. What's the likelihood that Wilder ends up like Daniel Dubois?
We is not saying that about Daniel Dubois though. He definitely getting stopped way
Yeah,
more
we.
brutally than Wilder. I feel like Dubois done took more damage than Wilder, and we still want to see him come back and fight Usyk again and die this time.
Nah, I'm not saying that. I
Sarcasm,
said it
but I'm
after the first
saying
fight. I was like, he don't
we
need a
ain't saying that
rematch.
about Dubois. We ain't say that when
Man, Wilder,
we
Ja, you
seen
know
Tim
Wilder
Zoo
been chilling,
brain
so
in a fight. And we still seen him fight again. I was disgusted in that. We seen your brain, and they let you fight again. That was probably illegal what they did with Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, yeah. But it was the first Amazon Prime PBC pay per view event, and that was
Wilder
originally
could
supposed
have
to be
took some
230.
bad
Dude,
So
pills and just been on some hormones, crying and stuff. That's what his looked more like that to me than what happened with Tim Tszyu. Is like, yo, wrap it up, boy. You should never get your head busted open to the white meat and think that you don't need to chill out now. You a professional fighter. That's unacceptable. And they still sanction another fight after that, real soon after that. And come on, he lost because of that. Because of that, last time he got his head split was the exact reason why he lost that fight when he came back.
nah,
man,
he.
listen. Since we hear one, my bad. Let me slow up.
Go ahead, G.
I just drank a little coffee. Since we here, let's really quickly pivot. Shout out to Angelo Leo. I'm on IG now because I want to see if they posted any content about Thurman versus Fondor that's coming up. So we got Angelo Leo versus Rais Aline, May
That's this
9th
weekend.
in Atlanta. It's gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia. That's at the Gateway Center Arena. Yeah. No, it's not. It's May 9th.
Okay.
May 9th. I'm just saying that I wanted to come on here and see if PBC posted anything about grand arrivals. This
Nah,
is
I
gonna
think
be a
that's
big
that's
event.
that's that's more tomorrow. That's like stuff more tomorrow. Because they do the grand arrival tomorrow, and then they do the press conference on Thursday, and the weigh-in on Friday.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm a day early. So how you see this fight, Juan? Before we get off of here today, I think we had a great show. It's been phenomenal. We still got 15 people in here. Make sure y'all tap the like button and follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely building.
I
Now,
appreciate
I'm
y'all too.
liking
I'm about to
now.
get off though,
Do
and
your
like
thing, y'all.
appreciate
Appreciate you,
y'all.
bro.
Man, love like these conversations. I'm gonna tell God on y'all. Y'all don't even know. Blessings, peace, and blessings.
That's crazy.
Appreciate you,
Yo, John, you
God, my
crazy.
bro.
John, you know it's
Now,
love, dog.
now, already. Now, oh yeah, Poyo versus Dawn Smith. Yeah, that did get confirmed. Appreciate you,
Yeah,
Carrier.
I seen that.
All right, so yeah, so we could go on and on about we well let me say this before we move on. We don't gotta rush. But since we here, before we move on and close out the show, talk about that really quick. That's actually a great fight. And is he ready for that Puyo fight? Break that down, one.
I think Dalton Smith he's a polished fighter. I think he's definitely a polished fighter, and I think he's ready. Does he pull it through? I don't know. That sounded crazy, but he he has the skill set, and I think he has the size to keep up with Puello. I just don't know if he's up for the challenge. If he's up for the challenge, then that's on him. This is Puello's second time trying to get this title back. So hopefully, he can. But I am gonna lean towards the favorite a little bit this fight. So yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Appreciate you, Juan. Free, we're gonna cook on it, but let me just ask this real quick. Um I did Levante David, did he retire from the NFL?
Who?
I haven't. Did you hear that, Free?
Who?
Carrie is asking us, is Levante David a Hall of Famer? I didn't see if he retired. I mean, that's like without question. I don't think that's even a question.
Levante
Oh, he
David.
did.
Levante
Okay, so
Davis.
shout out to Levante David, a hell of a career. With the Bucks, he won a championship. He was a stalwart and a lead. And I mean, he really, even when I thought Devin White was gonna come in and take over the team, Levante, he outplayed Devin White and he kept him competitive. So yeah, Levante, he had a long career. Let me look up his stats, but he had a long career.
That's a defensive tackle, right?
Nah, the linebacker,
Was it?
the middle linebacker. Yeah, Levante David
For what team?
The
for
Bucks.
the Buccaneers.
Um,
Levante David.
he might be a Hall of Famer. I'm not gonna say for sure that he is.
I mean,
He
it depends
might
on what
be.
his stats is. It depends on what his stats
I'm
is
gonna look.
because
I'm gonna check his stats.
if he's having something crazy, then yeah, I would say yeah.
He had a lot of tackles. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, but if he's having a lot of tackles in consistent seasons, then yeah, obviously he's a Hall of Famer.
And the only reason why I say he might be because I don't think he was a better middle linebacker than my guy London Fletcher, and London Fletcher not in the Hall of Fame yet. So I don't know. That's why I say he might be.
Devontae
I don't think
Davis
he was a better
stats
middle
and
linebacker
career
than London
accolades.
Fletcher.
Buccaneers middle linebacker. Oh my bad.
London
I was
Fletcher
asking
was
Chat GPT. Okay,
London
so
Fletcher. London Fletcher was a monster. David. I don't think Avante was
can
better
I
than
get
London
the
Fletcher.
actual stats? I'm gonna
Mm,
pull up. I'll pull up London Fletcher. He got one first team All Pro in 2013, a second team All Pro in 2016. So he was All Pro 2 times. He had a Pro Bowl 2015. Let me see. So he had 70 pass deflections, 19 fumble recoveries, 30 forced fumbles, 12 interceptions, 39 sacks. It says 1,550 plus tackles. Let me
That's about right.
see.
That's about right.
About
London, he
1,500.
got,
London
London
Fletcher
Fletcher was
career
averaging like
stats.
100 and something. He was averaging like 100 and something tackles a season. London Fletcher was averaging a lot of tackles a season. He
Yeah.
led
London Fletcher
Washington.
had 2,000 plus. He had 2,039 tackles. Because, they
so
do
so
like assisted tackles. They got a lot of different things there.
So Levante David played 10 seasons. He's had
4 Pro
uh
Bowls. No,
yeah
my bad, my bad. I'm talking about London Fletcher. Go ahead, Juan.
so he's had, hold on, let me see because this is
Now, London Fletcher, let me say London Fletcher. London Fletcher won a Super Bowl with the Rams,
Yeah,
but he
he won
also
a
had
Super Bowl
4
with the
Pro
Rams.
Bowls and he had two second team All Pro. He never had a
Yeah,
first team All Pro. But yeah.
so solo
like you gotta
tackles
remember,
was go
London
ahead, free.
Fletcher he was kept out of there because he played in the league during the time when you had Brian Urlacher,
Yeah, Ray
you
Lewis.
had you had I mean, but he had a lot of great middle linebackers that played during the time that London Fletcher played. That's why he didn't make it to that many Pro Bowls because there was a lot of great
Hmm.
middle linebackers that played with London Fletcher played.
Yeah, but Levante
That's a
has good
fact.
stats though. He has 170
Levante too though. Fred Warner playing right now.
Levante David has 1,172 tackles, solo tackles, 42 and a half sacks, 33 forced fumbles, and 14 INTs. And then don't
Mm.
see his accomplishments. Hold on, let me see. I
And,
gotta go on this
but
Super
see,
app.
then you look at the size. London Fletcher was an undersized middle linebacker. He was only
Yeah,
5'10". He was only like 5'10". He was an
but
undersized middle linebacker.
but to me, Fletcher's in the Hall of Fame because I feel like Harry said,
He
him
should
and
be.
Ray
He
Lewis
should
have
be.
similar stats. You can't really
It
yeah,
says
like
he had hold on. He had an Iron Man streak of 256 consecutive games, London Fletcher, and he also had 14 straight seasons with 100 tackles.
yeah,
So that's
Yeah, that's
disgust.
what I said.
That's
that's a Hall of Fame
ridiculous that
career. Yeah,
he's
he's a Hall
not
of
in the
Famer.
Hall of Fame.
Is he still?
But
Was he retired?
that just shows you what the style of football that was being played. But because
You gotta
you had to
remember,
tackle, but 14 straight seasons with 100 tackles,
yeah, when he came to Washington, he
man.
led every season with Washington with the most tackles. He led every season, most tackles.
Yeah. Yeah, London Fletcher was that guy. And not to mention, he was undrafted.
Yeah, he was an undrafted
Yeah, so
player.
Levante David has 3 seasons of straight 100s. Then he has an 85, a 70, a 67, a 76, a 94, an 82, an 82, 63, 80, 86, 76,
That's what I
76,
said.
and 61.
That's why I said I don't know if he make it because London Fletcher's not in it. He's not a better middle linebacker than London
But
Fletcher.
when did London Fletcher retire?
London Fletcher been out of the league for about 8 years now.
What? He still hasn't. How do you still not make that?
He's definitely hit the mark for Hall of Fame. They bring it up every time that he
I
doesn't
don't
make
know
it. They say
because
that
Yeah,
was
they
he
took
retired in 2013, so he been out of the league for about
yeah
13
yeah
years.
yeah, but
yeah.
they
So he's
take
been out of
forever.
the league
They
for
even
13 years.
took forever for this dude too though.
Yeah,
What's his
every
name?
time. Every time they talk about the Hall of Fame, they bring up that London Fletcher didn't make it again. So he's been eligible.
Did he have anything outside of the ring?
Hell no. Hell no. London Fletcher was a blue collar player. He ain't had nothing going on. You ain't never heard nothing about London Fletcher outside of football. Only thing you ever heard about London Fletcher, he was a captain of whatever defense he ever played on. That's the only thing you ever heard about London Fletcher.
Mm,
Yeah, I like London
man,
Fletcher. Yeah, London Fletcher was the guy back
shout
in the
out to
day,
London Fletcher,
and I'm
man.
a Giant fan. That's how you know that
Push my
Right,
that
brother
I'm telling you
Prize.
that he was the guy back
London
in the day.
Fletcher had about as much going on outside of football as Daryl Green did. Absolutely nothing. Him, Daryl Green, Art Monk, those guys, all they did was think about football. They ain't do nothing outside of football. They took care of their family. They still got the same wife they had from day one when they got married. They never changed wives. Took care of all their kids. Ain't nothing ever happened with London Fletcher outside of him just being a great guy.
Yeah, London Fletcher was a beast. I remember one game. I think he played us, and he had like 10, 15, almost 10 tackles that game. I was like, Jesus Christ, bro. I was like, ain't no way this dude ain't stopped. But yeah, he's nice though. I'm surprised that he hasn't made the Hall of Fame. I swear I
I
thought
was
he did.
I was shocked that they put Brian Urlacher in there before London Fletcher because Urlacher he was a great middle linebacker, but he stayed injured. He didn't put up the stats that London Fletcher put up, and they put Brian Urlacher in the Hall of Fame before London Fletcher.
How many Pro Bowls does Urlacher have?
Urlacher he got to quite a few Pro Bowls. He got to quite a few. I don't know. I think it was more than four. I can tell you that it was more than four. But the thing is, he didn't play in a few of them because he was injured.
Right. I don't know because it depends though, because like you said, the era that that Fletcher played in too, it's tough.
Mm.
It-
Well, man, shout out to David, man. Hey, listen, we and
Yeah,
shout out to us
I would say they're about the same level of players. I would say they're about the same level of player.
no,
but
London
you
Fletcher and
can't
Zach
deny
Thomas, I
the
would say about the
14 straight
same
seasons
level.
though, Chris.
I would say London Fletcher is better because you never heard any outside stuff with London Fletcher.
right.
Mm. Yeah, that's the difference maker right there.
Yeah, Urlacher was nice. I'm not saying Urlacher wasn't nice. The problem with Urlacher was they was trying to compare him to Ray Lewis, and he was no Ray Lewis. That was the problem with Urlacher. See with Urlacher, they try to compare him to Ray.
He wasn't on the level of Ray Lewis. Um,
Let me hey man, fire show, phenomenal show. Appreciate you, free. Appreciate you on. Hey, listen, we
yep.
3:30 and man, listen, we're gonna be back tomorrow to cook. We got a lot of boxing this weekend. So stay tuned. Shout out to PVC on Prime, pay-per-view. Sebastian versus Keith Thurman, great card. We also Moses Atama gonna be fighting in the UK as well. So and there is also a pro box card, Brian Acosta versus Ronnie Rio. So shout out to Jermaine Franklin, man, taking on all the top UK heavyweights.
Hey, Damper Danny, in my opinion, that's the best middle linebacker of all time. Mike Singletary, best middle linebacker of all time.
Over Ray Lewis.
Yeah, I got him over Ray Lewis. The only thing Ray Lewis had over Mike Singletary was the speed. That's the only thing Ray Lewis had over Mike Singletary.
All right,
They
well,
both
all
had
right.
they both had the same aggression and everything. They played with the same aggression, same um uncaring of their own body to make the tackle. But I said the only difference between Mike Singletary and Ray Lewis was the speed. But r- because of Mike Singletary, there was a Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis looked up to Mike Singletary. So it would never been a Ray Lewis if it wasn't no Mike Singletary.
I'm with you. I'm with you, free. Hey, another great show. We're gonna definitely build and stay tuned. If the people want to know the stats, since we put it out there, Ray Lewis. Let me just say. Let me read Michael Singletary first. One Super Bowl championship, two Defensive Player of the Years, seven first team All Pros, 10 Pro Bowls, Super Bowl MVP. Not official MVP, but a Super Bowl, a defensive MVP or something like that. But anyway, he won the Super Bowl. Let's go. Now, Ray Lewis, two Super Bowl championships, two Defensive Player of the Years, seven first team All Pros, 13 Pro Bowls, and an official Super Bowl MVP. So extremely identical careers, but three more at the top level for Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis has 17 total careers, 17 total seasons. Mike Singletary had 12 total seasons, but so it looks like 10 of those seasons Mike Singletary was Pro Bowl, and 13 of out of the 17 for Ray. So which is very formidable. But yeah, those is like pretty identical. Pretty
Yeah,
identical. Um, I think they probably 1 and 2 all time. They may be somebody else, maybe they like Urlacher, but just as far as
I
the
definitely
accomplishments go,
far as middle linebacker, yeah, they 1 and 2. I don't see any other middle linebacker better than Ray Lewis and Mike Singletary. If I had to start my linebackers, and I was playing a 4-3, I was playing a 3-4. Oh, Mike Singletary and Ray Lewis is my two middle linebackers, and then we could add Lawrence Taylor on one side and Derek Thomas on the other side.
mm, who's the best defensive interior lineman? Who would you take?
Best interior lineman.
Hmm.
Give me.
On your 4-3, or who your two down linemen on your 4-3?
I got the refrigerator as my nose tackle. I got
Mm,
Aaron Donald as one of my quote unquote defensive end. Really not a
mm.
defensive end, but defensive end.
D tackle.
And on, I said I got Aaron Donald as my defensive end. I got the refrigerator as my nose
Mm,
tackle, and the other defensive end. Give me Warren Sapp.
mm.
Because I'm gonna have Derek Thomas
As your
and
outside
Lawrence.
linebacker,
Yeah, they're my two outside linebackers, but their hands is gonna be in the
Lawrence
dirt.
Taylor. Mm,
Their hands gonna be in the dirt. So you don't know who's coming on a blitz and who's dropping back in coverage.
mm. Who's the is it? Can as far as covering tight ends, things of that nature? What's your take? Because on that 4-3, you got a lot of monsters, but
Eh, my, my two corners, without a doubt, Gerald Green, Deion Sanders. That's without a doubt. Safety, give me give me Ronnie Lott as my strong safety, and give me Ed Reed as my free safety.
mm,
Nickel corner, give me Rod Woodson.
mm. Not Charles Woodson. You going Rod Woodson?
No, I'm going Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson was a much better corner before he turned safety. He was a much better corner before he turned safety.
And you taking Daryl Green over Revis?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm,
Hell, Darrell Green was a much better lockdown corner than Revis was ever. Revis had a season of being the best lockdown corner. Daryl Green had an entire career of being, if not the best, one of the best lockdown corners. He shared that with Deion Sanders only.
Hmm.
And not to mention, Daryl Green, the fastest man on the field at all times. No matter if it was defense or offense, he was the fastest man on the field.
Y'all putting in John Randall for the interior. Mean Joe Green. I see. Carrier said Lance Briggs.
I'm not gonna
A
argue with
lot of good
Mingo Green.
players.
I'm not gonna argue with Mingo Green.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a hell of a
I
defense.
just I picked those three linemen because if you running the ball, you're not coming up the hole. You literally going to the outside.
That's I can't argue.
You're not getting between the refrigerator, Warren Sapp, and Aaron Donald. You're not getting between those guys. You're not coming up the hole. You literally
Hold on. So
running to the outside.
your one end was Aaron Donald, and who was the other one?
Warren Sapp.
Mm.
You're not running up the hole. Every run play will be to the outside. You're not running up the hole with those three. Dexter Manning is another good one. But like
All
I
right.
said,
So
I'm
go
setting
ahead
those
for the
up.
people. For the people. Is your give me your returner.
Oh, I gotta give it to the greatest returner of all time. It gotta go to my guy from Chicago.
Devin Hester.
Yeah, Devin Hester.
Okay.
And
All right.
if
Now
it
for
wasn't if it wasn't Devin Hester, it would be Brian Mitchell.
mm. All right. So on the opposite side of the ball, who's your quarterback?
Greatest quarterback of all time right now. Tom Brady.
What about your tailback?
Tailback Barry Sanders, without a doubt.
Fullback.
Fullback, now that's a toss up. I can go with Tom Rathman or I can go with Mike Allscott.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, give me a tight end.
Tight end, I gotta go with Tony Gonzalez.
And let me hold on just to pivot. You got Barry Sanders over LT.
Hell yeah. Barry Sanders way better than LT.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Barry was the truth. Um, Let me ask you this. Let's do this. Who's your left tackle?
My left tackle. Ooh. Ooh. See, I'm biased when it comes to my left tackle. I'm biased. I might go Chris Samuel or yeah.
What? No Trent Williams? No Trent
I'm gonna go with
Williams?
Chris Samuel. I'm gonna go with Chris Samuel. I'm biased.
Is it Ogden? They said the Dallas left tackle. Yeah, he was nice. Who was the stalwart? I can't think of his name right now. For the left tackle for Dallas. He was a
Uh,
stalwart.
yeah, he's good. I don't think he's on the level of Chris Samuel. I don't think he's on the level of Chris Samuel though.
Mm.
He's
Orlando
good.
Pace.
He's good, but I don't think he's on the level of Chris Samuel.
What
You gotta
about
remember
your left guard then?
my left guard. Mm, I don't know. I mean, I I I, I mean that's
Leon
tough for
Lett,
me.
yeah.
But it was
Larry
yeah.
Tunsil, yeah.
When you get to the offensive line, it was so many
It's so many good ones,
good.
but
Yeah,
it's
it
hard
was
to
so many.
remember the right one.
Yeah, there's so many good offensive linemen that you can pretty much put anyone that you think is the top offensive lineman. It'll work for me because I'm looking at skill positions where
All right, now let me get your top three receivers to end out to carry out the skill positions.
Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Megatron.
Over T.O.?
Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Megatron, and I put Jerry Rice in the slot.
Mm.
Who's going to out jump Megatron or Randy Moss? Nobody. What? Who's going to lock down Jerry Rice? Nobody. Like Randy
What
Moss and
about what
Megatron,
about Puka, what about Puka Nakua?
they ain't touching the level of a Jerry Rice, Megatron, or Randy Moss. Randy Moss, one of the fastest receivers of all time. Randy Moss, not only is he fast, but all you got to do is throw the ball up. He's going to go up and get it over anybody. Same thing with Megatron. He's going to go up and get it over anybody. Jerry Rice is going to outsmart whatever defender you got on him.
Mm. All right, so out of everybody that's on the field, everybody that you just named, who's the best? Who's the best athlete?
Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, the best athlete out of everybody on the field.
And there it is. Listen, appreciate my brother D Free cooking with me. Phenomenal show. Thank you all for all the members, everybody that joined the membership. And we're gonna do our raffle. It's gonna be April 1st. We're gonna do a $50 cash app to one of the members. So hey, shout out to everybody. Join the membership, help the channel grow, keep building with us. Wims, WMS salute, appreciate you. Thank everybody for cooking with us, for tapping the like button. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. God bless y'all. Let's go green.
I need money.